What's up, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's episode 369, guys. Nice. It's episode 369. Damn, you're fine. Check it to me one more time. Low. Get low. From the window!
To the wall.
There we go.
No. Now Robert's got to say the next line.
Yeah.
What is it?
Juice WRLD, goddamn my ball.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Juice WRLD. Oh, ski, motherfucker. We obviously got to play that to like end the show now, but like, that was exactly what I thought. I was like 369. Oh, that's that Yin Yang Twins song. That's all I think of. Oh, yeah? And I think it's like an area code. I'm not sure. I think it's like Atlanta. Are they from Atlanta? Probably.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
You should know. You fucking live there.
770 was our area code, I think. But I don't know. We could easily.
God, you're
Google
dumb.
It. I'm not going to. Well, I remember I lived in Atlanta right when like the area code became like a thing you had to have. Remember when it used to just be like
7 digits.
74321 used to be my old number, and like in Tennessee, and it was like I never knew the area code, and then you had 1 before that, and no, everybody's gonna have to hit the 3-digit area code, and then you're done.
Well, remember the old song, "Don't go chasing waterfalls, just stick to the 7-digit numbers you're used to." Mm-hmm. That was before area codes, baby.
TLC knew. Believe me, I've chased a few waterfalls back in my day, and you got to stay with those digits. It's the better path to be on. But speaking of back in the day, why don't we hop in to our newest segment that we've done? Actually, I think we're gonna premiere like a one-off segment today that I'm really excited about in Comeback Kid. But right now, we'll get into the PTG Time Machine Club, brought to you by our good friend Andrew Green, the Time Machine with Andrew Green. He picks something every week that is nostalgic, goes back and does an entire podcast on that, and it's a really entertaining podcast. He is on the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network, so check him out. Also, check out A Recent Study Suggests. I finished listening to that yesterday. Huge fan of the two hosts of that. Robert, have you gotten some good feedback on this one? This one, I felt like, I know you're not a drug guy, but like, I feel like if you were high, it would have been a much better podcast. Talking to aliens?
Talking about aliens? Yeah, I guess so.
Like, not for you to do it, but like to listen to. Maybe, you want to get some of that, CBD hemp flower from our good friends at AlamoRemedy.com. Maybe like you wouldn't be high, but you'd feel chill. You'd feel chill while you're listening to it. And it was one of those, whoa, you're right. Like, who would I want on my alien extraction team and all that stuff? It was an entertaining one. I think that was my favorite one so far. And I mean, there's only been 2, but.
So yeah, there's only been 2. I don't know. Some people like the trailer, so.
It's good to get better as you go, as opposed to like, man, well, that first one was way better. Like, that would have been kind of a bummer. But I was entertained by it, dude. Aliens, you got me. You know how I've been obsessed with space. I was like, hell yeah, I'm all about aliens right now.
Yeah, it seemed like a good time to debut space one.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I got sent that a lot, the aliens guy.
But you guys, like Robert and Sam are so much smarter than like, say, Pat and myself. And like the way they go and like, we're just like, dude, I don't know. Would you fight an alien? I'd fight an alien. Like, would you like, they're like asking like legitimate questions where I was like, yeah, I didn't think of that.
We would probably ask if you would fuck an alien.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that would have come up. And it was like,
is that
no,
what
look at
alien
them being
anxiety
smart.
is? Is that when you're anxious because it's the first time you've had sex with an alien, so you've got that anxiety going on?
Some would say it's similar. Some would say no, not at all.
It could be a form of alien anxiety.
It could be,
sure.
Yeah.
But
a little nervous.
So great job on the podcast. A recent study suggests it's a recent study pod, right?
Yes.
A recent study pod on Twitter. Give them a follow. I'm promising you guys, you will not be disappointed. And they're quick little episodes. I was playing fetch with the dog. It was like less than 40 minutes this week. So they're good episodes. Definitely check it out. Support our boy Bobby Jokes. Let's get into the Time Machine Club segment. We're going to pick a random year until the pandemic is over, which I don't know if it ever will be, honestly, right now. Instead of telling you where we've been, when we've all been in our houses and not going anywhere, we're going to go and pick a year where stuff did happen. We're going to talk about it as if it were a book club. You can join in, too. Use the hashtag PTG 2002 is our year. Pat picked this week. And you went with the year 2002. Did you have any particular reason, or did you just go off the top of your head? I feel like that's what we've been doing lately.
Top of my head, and I was like, we haven't done the 2000s yet.
So there you go. So the year 2002, I'll start off. I have a little fun fact that wasn't even on anything you'd look up. I and the Middletons, we moved to Houston. We moved to Texas from there. We moved in Atlanta. We made our pilgrimage to the great state of Texas, and then the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup. 2 days later. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was what I knew from 2002.
I've got a twofer. First, Queen Elizabeth II, who's still queen, celebrated her Golden Jubilee.
First, more so.
Yeah, well,
I don't even know what that means.
That was 16 something. But she celebrated her Golden Jubilee, which, Robert, you know what that is? I had to look it up.
Cherry's Jubilee, right?
No, the Golden Jubilee was celebrating her 50th year as the queen, the ruling monarch. And also in that same year, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, died. Now, that confused me. I was like, wait a minute. Who is this? That's just her mom. Her mom was also Queen Elizabeth. But her mom was not Queen Elizabeth II because she was not in the lineage.
Okay.
Like her father was the king, and that's the side that it went through. So that's what it was. That really confused me when I saw Queen Elizabeth died, and then Queen Elizabeth celebrated her 50th, and I was like, did she retire early? Like, what happened?
How'd that work?
Can you retire from being queen?
Yeah, you can. I guess you can retire from being a prince and a princess. That's
you can
what
retire from
Meghan Markle did. Well, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry just were like, "Fuck you guys, we're out."
I think he'll be back. I don't see that one lasting.
But still, you can just leave, apparently. I don't understand any of that over in, England, where it's like, who the fuck cares if you have a queen? Do they have any say in anything? No? Okay, then why are they still there? Just because they have a dope house?
They're, the wealthiest landowners in the country or something.
But then people, are like, oh, well, what does the queen have to say? I don't care.
Nobody actually says that.
Who gives a shit? I don't know. I mean, it'd be tight if you were to me, it would be cool only if you are a king or a queen or in that family. Other than that, and if you're the second brother, then you're fucked anyway. So it's this is kind of pointless.
Or you could kill your older brother.
Yeah, I guess you get to behead people if you're the king and queen. So people that you don't like, you're like, fuck you, dude. You're out. That's tight.
Yeah. What about you, Robert? What do you got?
I feel like the biggest news, I can't believe you guys didn't lead with this. JT and Britney Spears broke up.
I had that.
Can you believe it?
I mean, we all thought they were going to make it,
Mm-hmm.
After they had that all-time couple fit where they were both wearing the matching jean outfits. I think it was to the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was the MTV Awards. Who fucking knows? It's all the same shit.
Was that still curly-haired JT?
That was curly-haired JT.
Oh, dude. It's gonna be me.
Just a ridiculous hairstyle.
I don't care whatever JT does. I think Justin Timberlake's cool, but I'm always just gonna think of the "It's Gonna Be Me" guy. That's it. That's all he will be forever. With the second, Justin Timberlake, that's immediately the meme that comes up to my mind.
I think of "Bye Bye Bye."
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of fire songs, Nickelback came out with "How You Remind Me." That was kind of
I believe that was the number one song of the year. I think I looked that up too. I believe that one was the number one song.
This is how you remind me. And then everybody liked Nickelback then. So people forget. People used to like Nickelback.
People still do.
People still do. But before it was cool to hate them. Also, Kelly Clarkson won the first American Idol, beating Justin Guarriana. That's who she beat out.
Did you guys ever watch American Idol?
I did.
That season.
I didn't watch. I watched it the second season, and like I watched it a couple other ones. I feel like I watched it when Ruben stuttered one. He beat Clay.
Well, I used to always watch the opening round just because it was funny to watch people cry on television. And then
William
once they got to
Hung.
Hollywood, I would watch like maybe the first 1 or 2 episodes. I was like, these people are good. This isn't funny anymore.
Yeah, like I came here to watch disasters and to watch Simon be mean, and he's being very complimentary of these great singers. So I don't care anymore.
It was Simon being mean, Brandy saying dog 3,700 times an episode, and then just as the day goes on, you just see Paula just slowly slip into her pill coma.
Like that Xanax, the more she takes the Xanax,
You're
like said words.
You're wonderful, but I just don't think it's for you, sweetie.
Her eyes are like closing, like yeah. You're like, what are you looking at? Are your eyes even open now? What's happening, Paula? And she just passes out by the end of it. It was supposed to be a 2-hour show. They could only make it a 1-hour show because she couldn't make it through the hour. She could barely do that. George W., he came up with the Department of Homeland Security. I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. I just had not really paid attention that it was like immediately after 9/11. And he was like, yeah, fuck you, terrorists. We're going to have a whole department to kind of deal with that. And they stopped a bomb threat, an alleged terrorist bomb plot
bomb
that year. Dirty bomb. What does that mean?
Lots of dirty diapers mixed into the explosion.
That sounds disgusting and terrifying.
Mm-hmm. That same year, he also gave the Axis of Evil speech. Probably his most famous speech he ever gave. It was his first State of the Union, his first major address after becoming president.
W.
And also, we're going to keep going on terrorism. That was the same year that the DC snipers took out 10 people.
Oh, dude, I remember that. I remember being scared. Even though it was like up there, you're just like, dude, I don't know where. They're in cars. They're in a car. They could go anywhere. I was nervous.
If you guys don't know about the DC snipers, look it up. That shit was nuts. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes on it.
That's a Wikipedia wormhole you can go down easily.
Yeah, also, U2 played the Super Bowl and had the 9/11 tribute with all the names.
The Superdome, I believe. It was the Patriots' first win. Their first Super Bowl title. The beginning of the dynasty. Mars Odyssey discovered signs of water on Mars. So we were like, there's probably aliens for sure now. I saw that. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then Michael Jackson dangled, I don't remember which one it was.
Blanket.
Was it Blanket or Prince?
Blanket.
Oh, he dangled one of his kids. There was a child, an infant, over the balcony in a hotel in Berlin, Germany. And people were not too thrilled for him to do that. But it's a really weird picture when you look at it. He's just like smiling maniacally, like, I got a baby over the thing. Ha, ha, ha. So that was weird. But that happened in 2002.
Yeah, the CFO of Enron was indicted on 78 counts of wire fraud, money laundering, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. No, this was Andrew Fasto.
I remember when I moved to Texas, right when all that started happening, right by my parents' house in Katy was the Kinley YMCA. Little did I know Kinley was, I don't know if he was like VP, but he was something very, very high up at Enron.
I think he was president.
Okay.
He was like one of the main guys behind the whole thing.
Yeah, he was in charge of he was leading the charge of let's shred some shit, let's hide some shit. And that was quickly changed to the Katy Family YMCA.
Hold on, you say quickly. I could have swore even after he got busted, that name was on there for a while. Like, I want to say it was at least like a year and a half.
Okay, well, it felt quick. I guess now in hindsight, it feels quicker than it was.
Yeah.
But I remember at one point they had just they put a black thing over the name, and then they finally just took the name down. But that kind of happened it was Enron Field. Remember Minute Maid Park was Enron Field, and I remember going to one game there, and the big the diamond-shaped E logo just had a big tarp over it.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't taken it down yet. It was so recent. And then Minute Maid was like, we'll fucking give you a lot of money. Here you go. Which, shout out to Minute Maid. If you think about it, pretty crazy that it's only had 2 name changes total its whole time. If you look at a lot of parks, especially that start with a corporate branded name, they change over time pretty quickly. like wherever the fucking Dolphins play, it's like SunTrust Park, or then it's like Super Duper Global Life Field and Hard Rock Cafe Field. And like, I feel like it's a fairly new stadium, and the Dolphins have played there and had like 7 name changes with it.
I feel like that's just like Miami, though. Because, like, it's an obvious sports town that nobody goes to sports in that town.
Yeah, I guess so. But I was just
like, they can't fill the baseball. Dolphins, I mean, it's football, so most of the time they do. But when they're bad, they have trouble selling. Like, the Heat, sometimes their fans come, sometimes they don't. Because they're like, you're in fucking Miami. There's other shit to do. Same thing with L.A. There's just other shit to do.
No, that makes sense. Miami is weird though, because like I think I don't know if they still are, but at one point it was the Mavericks and the Heat both had American Airlines as their like sponsor. It was American Airlines Center and American Airlines Arena, and I was like, why did you guys just like come on? Let somebody else have that one. Give that to Southwest or some shit like that. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting to me when it's not like a name like Lambeau Field's never gonna change its name.
Never.
Even though like the Superdome tried to be like the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, like I don't hate that as much as I thought I would, but like Giant Stadium was never going to change its name. But like it is interesting when people just have like one corporate sponsor continuously sponsor them forever. Like it's been since like 02 or 03. We've had Minute Maid here in Houston. So that's a long time. It's like 17 years. That's how time works, guys.
Did people ever call American Airlines Arena like AA Arena, like Alcoholics Anonymous Arena? Or like AAA Arena.
Oh.
Or like AAA.
The Trip A.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they should.
Yeah. You
They
could
should.
have, because in Tampa you've got the Trop, and they could have been the Trip.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was watching the Yankees play at the Trop this weekend, and my God, it's like I've never even been to that stadium, but just when you can see how shitty a stadium is, and you don't even have to set foot in it, like
yep.
I could like smell it from my TV. It just smelled moldy.
Kind of like how you can smell Yankee Stadium and it just smells like piss.
But it's newer piss. The old Yankee Stadium you're talking about.
The number one, or the Academy Award winner for the year, was A Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe. You ever seen that movie, Alex?
I have. Robert, you have not, have you?
I have not.
That'll fuck
Great
you up,
movie.
Dude. That'll fuck you up, though, when you watch it.
True story, too.
Yeah. John something. John Hines?
No, not John Hines. John Hines is an absolute fucking idiot.
What am I?
My buddy.
Oh, okay. I was like, and the name seems familiar. It was John something, wasn't it?
John
not John Marsh. No, I'm just going South Park characters. Well, now we have to find out.
Yeah, it doesn't want to. My shit doesn't want to load right now.
Beautiful Mind character name.
John Nash.
John Nash. Okay. All right.
You should look him up, Robert. He lived a really interesting life.
John Nash, John Marsh, kind of same name. If you think about it, I was not that far off.
If you're dyslexic.
Trying to think of a name like that off the top of my head, I don't know. But it is a pretty insane. It's a mind fuck. I think you and Sam, a recent study would suggest that you would like that.
It's called A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind. Yeah.
He's a schizophrenic and he's like a scientist, and it's nuts how he deals with both. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, I can't imagine schizophrenia.
Not knowing what is real. Like, you're talking to people that aren't there, but you can't.
And then you just
tell,
have to live with it.
Nuts.
Then you just have to be like, yep, I'm going to let you just I'm going to always see this thing that is not real. And I'm going to have to find a way in my brain to just be like, that's cool that you're walking along with me in the hall, but I can't talk to you anymore because people think I'm crazy. So T's and P's to anybody with schizophrenia. That's some crazy stuff. But anybody else learn anything? I think that's pretty much the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. I remember Canada fucked us up. I hated it. It was the worst. That was one of the best shots we had at winning a gold medal in hockey. We had Mike Richter's final time in the Olympics there. It was all the older guys at that point in time. The Brian Leach and all of them, they just weren't able to get it done. Eric Lindros, remember all that shit? Then Brazil won the World Cup.
what's his name kicked ass, the Flying Tomato, on the snowboard halfpipe. Shaun White, yeah. Shaun White did work at those Olympics.
Yeah, I did. I think it's like kind of funny that like we were just like, all right, skateboarding's a thing. Snowboarding. All right, now we're gonna be the best at it because we can just be extreme. Like America was like extreme sports. All right, watch this. I don't think we really invented them, but it feels like we mastered them. And then we're like, we're gonna do the X Games. Come on, let's go. And then they're like, we're gonna start letting some of those be Olympic sports now too. So if you want to double up on your medals.
And do you think that they made it harder with skiing?
Well,
Or is that easier?
Skiing was around well before snowboarding.
I've always heard that skiing is harder to
easier.
learn just because you have to use both legs and you're monitoring both sides. But like, I don't know. I've never done either.
I've heard that snowboarding is harder because you don't have the balance of the poles and everything too.
That's true. But you can also have a less chance of stabbing yourself with a pole, which I feel like I would probably do I don't want to end up like Sonny Bobo, you know? I don't want to. That's why I don't go skiing. Everybody that I've ever known that skied died.
What the fuck did you just say? Sonny Bobo?
It's an entire scene from The Office.
Oh.
With
I thought you were
Michael and D'Angelo. He doesn't want to go skiing. And he was like, everyone I've ever known that skied is dead.
I just legitimately thought you were trying to say Sonny Bono, and you're an idiot.
No, that's a fun little game. Anytime you can try and throw out Sonny Bobo, everybody always kind of pauses. But if they watch The Office, which I guess you don't get it still, but some people get it.
I haven't watched it
ones,
800 times.
If you know, you know. And those that know, they were probably just LOLing as I said that.
Yeah, they're probably like, Pat, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. So the one person that got it, shout out to you. Shout out to you right now.
Emma will get it when she re-listens to this.
Yeah, she will. But she doesn't listen to our podcast. She hears enough of my side of it where she's like, I don't really want to hear the responses to
that. That's a good point.
That's pretty much all I got. Kmart filed for bankruptcy.
It's the third time you've said that's all you got and then said another thing.
Every time I realize I haven't crossed everything out. Oh, and the Texans, dude. We didn't even talk about the Texans. It was their first year, their inaugural season. And who could forget that one game against the Cowboys where they beat them in that first regular season game? That was awesome. David Carr's like shining moment. And then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, really whooped up on Quincy Carter and the Cowboys that game.
I loved Quincy Carter. I hated that he was a Cowboy, but Quincy Carter was like one of the coolest dudes.
It was. That's why he didn't fit in with the Cowboys because they're all losers.
That's true. My friend Curtis and I, the Godfather Passed the Gravy, we started a Quincy Carter MySpace page one time, and
I remember that.
Just be hoes would just like try and DM him. That was before DMing was like really DMing, and it was like his inbox would just be like, "What's up, Quincy?" And I was like, "Oh, I think we're really Quincy Carter. We are not." And we were just like, because he got in trouble for like smoking weed, so we just like Photoshop, like we would just go to like Microsoft Paint and then draw like a joint in his mouth and all of the stuff. And it was like clearly this isn't Quincy Carter, but okay.
That was a thing among our friends. You guys created that one. We had another friend that created a Chad Johnson one.
We were all, wasn't he Shad Johnson though?
Shad Johnson.
Shad Johnson.
And for some reason, after everything he said, it was, I'm Chad Johnson. Shh. He would just after everything. Because the grill was
wasted
in his
a lot
mouth
of time.
And it was just, I mean, I wasted a lot of time looking at those because they were hilarious, but I did not build it.
Like I always feel like Catfish when I watch that on MTV is like a look into like what, like when you really dive into that stuff where Curtis and I were like, this is funny. And then we got bored with it. And like the Catfish people are like, no, I'm going to just continue living as this person. It's like,
it's more fun than my life.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. To each their own, but for the final time, that's what I have. If anybody else,
it was a good year. In recap, it was a good year.
2002, and like 2002 is like a year. Like Robert, I don't know how much you remember from that, but like I was old enough to like have lots of memories from 2002.
What was
how old
that?
were you in 2002?
Like 7th grade?
I was 7.
You were 7. Yeah, we were starting. 7. I moved here instead of the start of 7th grade. So yeah. And that was the Time Machine Club, guys. That was the Time Machine Club. If you found any, I'm pretty sure we covered everything though. We covered everything from dirty bombs to beautiful mind. You know, hashtag PTG2002. If you got anything you would like to add, hit us up. Let us know what we left off. What are we going to next? Let's go to the Comeback Kids segment. If we can do that. And our Comeback Kids segment brought to you by our very good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company. My favorite beer ever comes from Southern Star Brewing Company. I'm drinking an Oktoberfest right now. They just have those out in stores fairly recently.
So am I.
And I was looking at their Instagram today at Southern Star BC. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but they were canning the Southern Brunch. Now, the Southern Brunch, we have raved about. It's basically a beer mimosa. It is phenomenal. I think they're officially calling it a citrus shandy, I believe is the official beer terminology. Thank you guys for educating us on that. But they got a bomb-ass can. It's like I was always a sucker before like Southern Star rescued us from all other bad beers. I was always just a sucker for cans. Like if you had a cool can or a cool bottle, I was like, fuck it, I'll get a 6-pack. And I'd try it, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't go back. But like if I liked it, I go back. Like I would have totally just bought like 100 Southern Brunches because those cans are so badass, you know? Southern Star has a good can game. Their can game, very strong over at Southern Star Brewing Company. If you like the Oktoberfest, that's awesome. They have their IPA game, strong. Pat's drinking the Valkyrie double IPA. How is it? I have not gotten a chance to try it.
Oh, man, I get to try it. I got a chance to pop in and say hi to them this weekend. Tried it there. Phenomenal. So, of course, today I picked up a 6-pack of that and the Oktoberfest. That's what, if you guys are watching, that first beer I was drinking, that's what it was. Great color, just absolutely delicious. Think of a double IPA. Anyone you've had? Now picture it better, and that's what that is.
Is it really just 2 IPAs?
Yes, it's they take 2 IPAs and they take the liquid, and then they just smash the liquid together until it fits in one can. Yeah,
that's exactly how it happens. It's the science lesson you just learned right there, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got all kinds of the new stuff. The Southern Brunch should be out in stores. I think they said as soon as this weekend. Go check your liquor stores, check your local HEBs. But load up on your Bombshell Blonde, your Strawberry Bombies. My favorite still to this day, the Oktoberfest, the Oktoberist Russian Imperial Stout. All kinds of stuff. There's something for everybody at Southern Star Brewing Company. You can also still get beer to go. Up there at 3525 North Fraser Street. You can also go to the tap room. They're open up to 50% capacity. I don't know, were there a lot of people there when you went, Pat?
No, I actually got there a little bit before they opened.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that like now they have
because I've got that kind of pull,
Right. Like we're basically family with those guys. But like they have very strict social distancing policies. You can't have more than 8 people at your table. You can't linger or loiter at the bar, which is kind of sad because I like hanging out. Like that's all we do when we go up there. We're just gonna stand at the bar and talk to you guys. And like,
oh, we're a bunch of loiterers.
We have other people there. Yeah, if we skateboarded, we would be their worst nightmare. I'm sure. You skateboard, you quit loitering. But Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. August 22nd, 10 days from today, as we're recording this, they have their barbecue and beer get together up there. They're gonna have raising money just to basically, like, everybody's been struggling. Local businesses have been struggling. You guys know how breweries kind of got fucked by the government, not to be political or anything, but they kind of got fucked. They had to shut down. Obviously that really hurts their revenue. So let's go buy a bunch of fucking beer. Shout out to everybody that was
barbecue
tweeting me. Everybody that was tweeting me pictures of them drinking their Strawberry Bombshell Blondes. I'm trying to like really fast go so I can give some shout outs. I know Bree was doing it. I know Jake Newton. Shout out Jake Newton for doing that. Danielle Weston was doing it. Everybody was doing it. There's Jake's tweet. I'm scrolling through Twitter right now. Uziel Lara, shout out to him. He was drinking the Strawberry Bombies, the regular Bombies, the Subatomico, and the Oktoberfest. He loaded up. Shout out to everybody drinking some Southern Star. Mikey P, shout out to him too. If you retweet us at Pass the Great Pod, tweet them at Southern Star BC, at Southern Star Brewing Co. on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you guys are supporting the people that they support, and it just really helps the world go around. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer, the best people, the best everything in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Great Podcast and the Comeback Kids segment that we will start now. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. Comeback kid of the week. Let's start right off with I feel like this is what everybody's been talking about. Cardi B and Megan the Stallion with 2 E's. Those ladies, I mean, they're talking to the ladies, you know, they're female empowerment. WAP. Which I always thought we had a WAP, which is a whack ass podcast, but apparently that's not what it stands for.
Robert, what does it stand for?
You know what it stands for, Robert?
I thought it was the podcast thing.
Oh, well, no, it's not actually. So, they had their new song, "Wet Ass Pussy." I believe it's Cardi B featuring Megan.
Wet ass P word.
Wet ass P word, according
to
Ben
my
Shapiro.
friend.
Pat's very good friend, his favorite person in the whole world, Ben Shapiro. Proved everything. I guess he can't really get his wife wet. Like, that's what he basically said on his show the other day. So Ben
No, his
Shapiro,
wife's a doctor. She said it's a medical condition.
Well, Ben Shapiro, huge nerd. Pat likes Ben
Huge
Shapiro.
nerd.
Pat
Huge
likes Ben
nerd.
Shapiro more than both Robert and I. But I just hate anybody that's like,
Oh, I
debate
definitely
me.
like him more than you
Debate
guys.
me. It's like, no, nerd. I don't want to just stand and hear you yell at me and just like, and just like try and like be a dick. I don't want to. No, I'm just going to get away from you because I don't like you. I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't want to debate you, you fucking dick.
Hold on, here's the
Debate
thing.
me. What are you scared? I'm going to tweet at you.
He's such a nerd. If you could get him into sports, he'd probably come up with some sick analytic thing that could give you the answer to all the parlays.
He would be he would be Darren Rovell.
No,
That would be Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro would be the Darren Rovell.
no, because Darren
If
Rovell
you get-
is not self-aware.
Ben Shapiro is the
knows
Darren
he's
Rovell of like politics. That's what he is.
No, he knows he's a nerd and he knows he's a dick. Rovell thinks he's a pretty cool guy.
I don't know about that. So regardless, Ben Shapiro on his show the other day tried to own the libs and own Cardi B and them by
So dumb.
by just reading the lyrics to WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. And he did his own little censorship. And I was like, you know, we have somebody on our podcast that I've never heard cuss except for the one time. And it was it was like an edit. It was an accidental misstep that we don't play anymore. We don't do that. I told you, Robert, we don't do that anymore.
I
But
still want that as a ringtone.
Robert doesn't cuss. I thought it would be really funny for you to read us your censored version of the lyrics. So I've attached on our prep sheet, I've attached the lyrics. Will you just read them from the beginning and censor whatever you feel like censoring, Robert? It's all up to you. But I just want to hear this part because this, I feel like, is going to be the highlight of the show.
Okay.
So Robert Shapiro, which actually I think he was a lawyer in the OJ case. Perfect. Robert Shapiro with the lyrics to WAP.
Okay. Women in this house. There's some women in this house. There's some women in this house. There's some women in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. WAP. Make that pull out game week. Woo Yeah. You you messing with some WAP. Bring a bucket and a mop for this WAP. Give me everything you got for this WAP. Beat it up, catch a charge, extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. That would probably be like a debit card with me. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This P word is wet. Come. This P word is moist. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. Let's role play. I'll wear a disguise. I want you to park that big Mack truck right in this little garage.
What is that? Is like he's talking about cars?
I think so. Like the little Max box cars or whatever they're called.
Wheels, yeah.
Hot Wheels. Make it cream, make it scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got this ring. AA.
I mean, that's good enough for me, man.
Yeah, he went farther than I thought he was going to. I love how
Robert
at one point
1, Ben
changed-
Shapiro 0.
Yes. I like how you changed wet to moist in one of them. Like, I feel like that was actually worse.
Yeah, I
Not a
wanted
map.
to.
A map. Oh, I don't know.
A map
I
might
don't know.
be good.
A moist ass P word. Is it a
Hold up.
map better than a WAP?
I'll teach you how to find it or
I
something.
feel like we
map.
we got enough end clips for the rest of the year with just that little bit right there.
Make it cream, make me scream.
I mean, I think like Robert should just do his own remix of the song. I liked his version better than the actual song, which is pretty good. The song's pretty good.
Boy, he could be the next. What was the guy's name? John Cheese. That would do all those.
Richard Cheese.
Richard Cheese. Yeah.
Dick Cheese.
Oh, I never caught that before.
See what we did there? Very good. Thank you for playing ball with us, Robert. I was honestly skeptical. I was like, because you could have totally just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I was like, we'll throw it out there. We'll see if Robert could do it. Because the second I saw the Ben Shapiro thing, I was like, I would love to hear Robert's take on this. Or just not really Robert's take on this, but just Robert do this because you seemed way less douchey reading it. Like he was like reading it like he was like tattling on somebody. Like Ben Shapiro read those lyrics like he's like, excuse me, look what I just found in this note from a classmate. It says, spit in my mouth, wet ass pussy. Wet ass
He
P-word.
said Mack truck. Now we all know liberals hate big diesel and they want everything to be electric. So the fact that you would even bring up a Mack truck is ridiculous and it is hypocritical and you are bad.
He's a nerdy
How
Alex
did you like that
Jones.
Shapiro impression though?
That was really good.
Was he also the same guy that said he listened to it by accident, or was that someone else?
I don't know. I didn't.
I know.
No, that was like a congressman, I think, that said that.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, that was. You don't listen to all of that song by accident. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like if you listen to a song you don't like, you change it pretty quick. Unless
Well,
you're
I
like
was
a
driving
department
through
store,
an
but that's not
area I
playing
wasn't
there.
used to, and I hit scan on my radio, and it just stuck there, and I didn't listen to the lyrics until 3.5 minutes in, and then I was like, I am appalled.
If you hated that song, boy, are you gonna hate rap music. And because let me tell you, move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way. Man, that is very disrespectful to women, as ludicrous as being. But I'd say that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are, they're elevating women. And we don't slut shame here. We don't slut shame. You be you.
Nope.
And I think they're just they are telling women to just embrace who you are. Don't let no man tell you what to be or how to be. You tell him how you want it to be. You go out there. If you want him to spit in your mouth, tell him to spit in your mouth. If you want to talk about how many Kegels you do it. Go for it. We are all about women empowerment here on Pass the Gravy. That's why we ended the wage gap, not to brag. But, I mean, we do sell shirts $1 less to women because we care.
Did you listen to it first, read the lyrics first, or watch the music video first?
I saw the outrage that was coming from people on Twitter, and by outrage, I mean like Ben Shapiro's tweet, and then everybody making fun of Ben Shapiro. And I was like, "Wait, what is this? WAP is this?" And then I went and I watched the video. The video is pretty great. The song, not so bad.
I read the lyrics first.
Oh, you did?
I heard everything on Twitter going on.
Well, I heard
And
Ben
I was
Shapiro, so
like-
technically that was like listening. I listened to the lyrics first, but they were
Yeah, I guess.
Shapiro.
I didn't listen to all of Shapiro's, but I heard him reading like the first 3 lines, and I was like, "All right, I need to see it." Because like I was at work that morning, and I'm seeing all this shit on Twitter. When I finally had a chance to sit down, I started reading it, and I was like, "God damn!" Like holy shit. Then I listened to it, and then like a day later, I went to watch the music video. The music video is edited.
Well,
Like,
they can't just.
What's the point of having that music video where you literally are zooming in on a mansion to start it, and there's water flooding out of the front doors? You're going to put that imagery in there, but you can't say pussy? At least
Maybe
have
it's
an
for the
unedited
kids,
version
you know?
of the video.
I can't wait to hear the Kids Bop version, honestly.
They're wearing bodysuits where their tits are cut out and they're wearing pasties, but they can't say pussy. Like, give me an unedited version because I want to see. I didn't even finish the music video. I was like, if they're not gonna say everything, I don't care.
Well, I finished it. Oh,
I'm sure you finished.
Oh, I finished. Maybe not all the way through the video, but I finished. We'll
Took
say
Alex
that.
4 viewings.
So yeah, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, they're our comeback kid, and Ben Shapiro, and just WAP. I always thought it was WAP. I thought it was like
Whoa.
Fetty WAP. Is that what Fetty WAP is like?
WAP is a racial slur, dude.
Is it?
You didn't know that? It's
Robert, bleep that part out.
It's a racial slur for Italians.
Oh, okay. Well,
except that's WOP, but
so then
what do you mean whatever?
Well, no, that's basically so like that was like Fredo. That's like Fredo.
No, it's not.
It's like Fredo.
Here's the thing: find a big Italian guy and call him that. See if it's like calling him Fredo.
I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
It's all Italians in the mob, and I know that. Another Office
fucking greasy bastards.
They all work in insurance or waste management or something like that, construction, all of that. And if they come to offer you a deal, you got to accept because you don't want your house.
And they all
unfortunate warehouse fire. Yeah, they all do. I'll have the gabagool. I said I'll have the gabagool. If the side salad comes on top, I'll send it back. All right, we can't just do Office quotes all day. Our next comeback kid, more in our wheelhouse, I feel like, but baseball suspensions. So they're back. And how about that, guys? I am really interested to hear you two weigh in on that because was Alex Cintron, for the bench coach for the Astros? This was Sunday, right? Sunday or Saturday?
I think it was Sunday.
I want to say it was Sunday.
Sure.
I talked about it Monday. But Ramon Laureano, he charged into the Astros dugouts after, I guess,
not into.
Well, he meant to get into it.
He got wrapped up.
Yeah. But so Alex Cintron allegedly said something about his mother and, again, said words. And he tried to launch himself into an opposing team's dugout, which I would say is a violent act as opposed to words. And then he got a 6-game suspension. Laureano got a 6-game suspension. Cintron, 20 games, a third of the season. But, I mean, like, to be fair, that's kind of how baseball's been going this year, right?
Well,
like,
I knew the coach was going to get more.
Making sense.
I honestly,
words?
first of all, I heard Alex got suspended for 20 games, and I got really excited, and then I found out it wasn't you. And I was like, oh.
Because we do podcasts, not games.
No, but, like, I thought you were going to be, like, off the podcast for the equivalent of 20 games, and me and Robert could actually, like, get this thing off the ground.
It was, but it was 20 games, like, at all, like 20 total games. Baseball already happened.
Shit. But, yeah, I knew he was going to get, like, I thought it was going to be at least 16. But I kind of figured it. Yeah, because he's a coach.
I thought 8 or 10. I fucking hate that. The instigator, it's like, well, he called me a bitch, so you hit him. Like, you were the violent one. He's allowed to call you whatever. It's just like you can't retaliate. Like, you retaliating.
It's that he's a coach. So
you're an adult. They're all adults. They're all adults.
I was shocked Laureano only got 6. Joe Kelly didn't even connect with the shit that he did and he got 8. And we all know Joe Kelly was doing it on purpose. At least the Bregman one. The curveball, I still don't think that was on purpose. But just his whole attitude and all that shit. And that's the thing, Joe Kelly, he instigated it too, being a little bitch walking off the field. Sorry, my bad. Being a little bitch walking off the field,
just trying to
acting like that instigated the fucking bench clearing brawl shit. Laureano charged the fucking dugout and forced other people to stop him. Like, I thought our backup catcher, I can't remember his name, that tackled him. I thought he was going to get some games too.
I did too. And
Thank God he didn't.
Because he was what caused it from being an actual brawl. He stopped it from being an actual brawl. Because if he gets to that dugout, fucking, like, hands are flying. That guy's, like, Laureano's probably out for a couple games because of injury, because he's going to get his ass beat.
Oh, Cintron would have knocked him out.
Right. So, like, no, I mean, like, not him.
Laureano would have kicked the shit out of Cintron.
But, like, you don't think the fucking rest of the Astros were going to take him out?
Oh, yeah.
Like he would have gotten taken out.
But like he jumped in and caused a pile. And then of course his teammates have to run in to help him out, and you're causing all of the close contact that we are specifically trying to avoid, and all he gets is 6 games. But that's baseball, the most inconsistent fucking suspensions. Like they can't get anything right. I will say I think they got Centrone's right.
20 games.
He's a bench coach. He doesn't fucking do anything.
I mean,
move the next bench coach up.
I understand that, but it's like that guy's being made to be a scapegoat for saying like, what do you think he said? Like, I didn't see like anything with. Like,
your mother's a bitch. Your mother's a
whore.
Your mother. He probably said something like that.
Well, if you talk shit about my mom, and it's like, dude, he was trying to get your goat, and he got it. You broke. You are weak-minded because you broke, and you went to anger. You turned red, and you tried to attack. Like, I would say that you are more at fault than he is. I don't fucking care what he says. Chill the fuck out. Walk to your base. You got hit. You're fine. Take your goddamn base and then just fucking steal a couple bases and then score on them, and that'll show that'll show them. You know, you don't need to fucking go charging in there. He should 100% have at least a 20-game suspension if Cintrone's going to get it. I think he should have an equal suspension. It's not fair that guy who said
I knew he wasn't going to get 20. Honestly,
I don't think he was going to get 20. 8. I thought both of them were going to get 10. I thought both of them would have got 10.
I thought Laureano was going to get minimum 8, and I thought it was going to be 12.
Are they going to get to appeal it?
Or 10 to 12. I don't even think he's going to try and appeal it.
Well, because, I don't know how baseball works, but I know the NFL is like, all right, I appeal it, and they usually will take like 1 or 2 games off.
But here's the thing. In a shortened season, I think you'd rather just get the suspension done with.
It's a third of the fucking season.
Are you talking about the coach or Laureano?
The coach. No, but just in general.
The coach can't appeal it.
He can't? Okay.
Only Laureano can, and he did. Laureano did appeal it.
Oh, he did?
Well, how? I wish they would look at it, let him appeal it, and be like, we're adding games. They should add 4 more. That would be
great. If on the appeal, they put an arbitrator, and the arbitrator goes, oh, we're doubling it.
You got 6 games, dude? Fuck you. No, you get 15 now.
Sorry, we haven't even given Robert a chance to.
Yeah, Robert, what are your thoughts on this?
At first, I was on the side of that. I did think that the coach was going to get more. But then, like, I started really thinking about it. Like, yeah, he did just say words. And Laureano's the one that was being violent. It's kind of like that kind of thing, like if people are in like an abusive relationship and, like, whoever is like, well, I only hit you because you made me mad. You're not giving the person that, made you mad jail time and the guy that actually did the hitting, like, a slap on the wrist.
It's a lot of like your reaction. You have to have the self-control to be like, I'm not going to punch this person in the face or lunge myself towards this dugout. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not saying like things can't be hurtful. Words can hurt people or whatever, but it's like, it's also like Pat was saying earlier, like where we are trying to be socially distant as much as possible and all of this with COVID, like you were the one that was getting in everybody's grill that was then whatever the fucking COVID droplets could have been going close. Like him saying words to you while you're walking to first base doesn't do that. You charging at him does do that. So I would say who put people more at risk should get the most suspension. He put people more at risk.
My favorite was all the people online and fucking John Bitch Boy doing his breakdown going,
he's not. He
wasn't
mean any of that shit.
He wasn't mad. He was just trying to teach him how to throw the slider. Like, no, you need to snap it off more. Like, this is the fucking pitch. You think he doesn't understand that he needed to snap that pitch off more and he just fucked up and didn't, and that's why it got away from him? He understands that. But also, and they're like, oh, he wasn't mad about it. If he wasn't mad about it, then why did he pout in the box while he took off his gloves and threw his bat to the side and then walked down to first base jarring it? Like, come on.
He was trying. He was instigating. He was trying to instigate other shit. And then when he got
hadn't been
instigated,
yelling
it
at
was
the
like,
fucking pitcher, then the coach wouldn't have started fucking yelling. Just take your fucking base. You got hit by a 78-mile-an-hour backed-up slider. That shit doesn't really hurt.
Yeah, and he wasn't trying to hit him. I think that pitcher hadn't pitched above like
single
A or single A.
He'd never pitched double or triple. And that's what's
clear.
He's trying to teach the young guy how to throw the pitch. Like, he knows how to throw it. He's just inexperienced and he kind of sucks. Like, I could go out there. I understand how to throw a curveball. Might still end up at your fucking head because I suck.
How bad did you just wish it was Mike Fires? Like, I know that like it's a DH and everything, but I just kind of wish it was Mike Fires that got hit, just because fuck Mike Fires.
I want next season Mike Fires to be at the plate when Colin McHugh is on the mound, or not McHugh. What's
McCullers?
his fucking not McCullers? No, because it's got to be a guy that's on a National League team now. What's his fucking name on the Mets? Used to pitch for us. His wife is big on Twitter.
Colin McHugh.
Is it McHugh?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Well, either way, I want him to throw at Fires. I want somebody that used to be on the Astros to fucking hit Fires in the neck. Fuck that guy. Okay, probably not the neck. Not
Yeah.
actually the neck.
Yeah.
But break 2 or 3 ribs with a fastball. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck Mike Fires.
Yeah. But Robert,
And
anything
fuck
else
Joe
to
Kelly.
add? Like Robert is the biggest Astros fan of the three of us, so like I was really interested to hear what you had to say about it the most. Did you have anything else to add?
No, Liriano definitely should have got more than 6 games.
Without
I
a
think.
doubt.
Is it the Astros like bias that Manfred has? Like he's 100% now. Like Gary Bettman was
look.
the worst commissioner in sports. He is like lapped Gary Bettman on worst commissioner in sports, right?
Why do you say Bettman was the hockey?
Yeah, because he had like 2 lockouts during his tenure as an NHL.
That's happened, but he's also grown the sport
Commissioner.
monumentally. I think Bettman's been a great commissioner.
Well, he's kind of a fucking asshole, and
He's an
I hate him.
asshole, but he's helped grow the sport. But that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, no, Manfred's the worst. Like Goodell's an asshole, and Goodell's whole thing has been that he's mismanaged suspensions and he's been inconsistent. Manfred was like, "Oh, you want to see mismanaged and inconsistent?"
You thought Bud Selig was bad. Well, check this shit out.
But guys, I finally got the Astros. Their coach got 20 games, guys. We're friends again now, right?
It's just like I punished them for 2017. Got it. Got him. Yeah, fuck Rob Manfred, dude.
Why
Fuck Rob
didn't you
Manfred.
punish them? Well, because if you didn't give them immunity, none of them were going to tell you shit. That's why.
And just let me point out that when you guys, so not you guys particularly on the podcast, but those of you listening that are Astros fans, when y'all come at me for my Yankees shit, just remember I'm sticking up for your team because I care. I understand it's bullshit too. And I didn't say shit when they got in trouble. I did a couple troll jokes, but like I fucking get it. Everybody cheats. I don't fucking care.
You guys got to remember,
fucking
Alex
care.
has never been the guy that is loud because Alex has always been the guy that from day one is like, everyone's going to get caught.
I wasn't being like,
Oh, it's coming.
I was like, oh, I just know
it's
everybody's
coming.
doing it.
That's because anyone who actually knows baseball has known this has been going on for years. Everybody cheats. But as soon as you can put the name on a team that beat your team, there's a lot of loud people online.
Yeah. It's like to me, the whole trash can thing was like the Colts being like, well, we could have beat the Patriots if they hadn't deflated the ball. It's like,
Oh,
well, you lost by like 4 scores. So like, yeah, I don't know if a deflated ball does that much of a difference.
Yeah. Oh, the deflated ball happened. Okay, well, at halftime, they reinflated the balls, and the Patriots put up 28 more on you.
So you guys, y'all would not have won anyways. Like I understand it's not fun to lose. And when you lose and you find out something else, it's nice to like imagine in your brain, like, okay, well, if this had happened and so-and-so would have done this and so-and-so would have done this and we would have probably won it all. And it's like, yeah, that's great to imagine. But
yeah, when I was
didn't
a
happen.
little kid playing youth basketball, when my team would lose, I used to say that I could see handoffs of money going to the refs and money sticking out of the ref's pocket. But you know what happened? I turned 12 and I learned how to fucking take a loss.
Exactly. Okay, well, that was
baseball.
fun. That was an interesting one. Let's talk about something that's not as like upsetting as baseball suspensions. That's the Stanley Cup playoffs because holy fuck. So
Playoff fucking hockey is
we
back,
had
man.
the qualifiers beforehand when we said hockey was back last week. You know, it was the round robins. If you were a top 4 seed, the other teams they had to play like a best of 5 series to get in. Now the Stanley Cup playoffs have officially begun. They began Tuesday, and like day 1, the Stars and Flames, like immediately you get a fight right at the gate. That's what I'm here for. Love that. Notice in hockey they aren't doing suspensions with like you throwing hands because they're just like,
because
"You're
they're in
men,
a
just-"
bubble and they have 0 positive tests.
Also, you're men, and we just settle things like that. I understand they're also in a bubble. That plays part of it too.
You got to have that caveman DNA from time to time.
Not only did we get a fight right off the bat in one game, in the other game, it went to fucking 5 overtimes. We had 8 periods of hockey. I don't give 2 shits about the Columbus Blue Jackets. I did bet them on the money line, so I was a little bit more interested in it and started watching by like the second period. But like, I was like, Emma was like, that game's still going on. I was like, oh, they're in 4 overtimes. She's like, no. What's the most they've gone to? I was like, I think like 6. And I was like, I just hope they go forever. Like 2020 is bad. And I was like, maybe this game just plays on for months. And by the end of it, COVID's not a problem anymore. Like, what if the Blue Jays and the Lightning just play?
They outplayed the virus.
Yeah, that is our vaccine. What if that's our vaccine? We just all have to, like, everybody is at home watching hockey. That could have probably cured. I bet that game yesterday could have cured the coronavirus in Canada. I bet nobody in Canada has it right now because they're all in their homes watching that game go so long. And now, like, everybody is corona free.
I'm at work last night because that game started at what, 5:30?
It was no,
or 5.
It was like a 4:00 game. It was a fairly
4
early
o'clock
game
game
because they were supposed to have
that's
they were
right, 'cause
supposed to have the
Bruins
Bruins and the Canes.
At 7. Bruins were supposed to start at
So I think
7.
maybe it was even a 3:00 game. It might have been a 3:00 game.
Could have been. Game's going on. 7 o'clock comes around, and I go to find it on my phone, and I can't find it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look it up. It's still 0:00 on the clock. And I called my brother, and I was like, are they delaying puck drop because this game isn't over? And he goes, dude, they're playing on the same ice. And I go, oh, yeah. And this was before it's even into overtime. And overtime hits.
That's my favorite thing, dude.
Then second overtime hits. Then third overtime hits.
Oh,
then fourth overtime hits. And at this point, Bruins were supposed to start at 7 o'clock, like I said. At this time, it is 8:45. And they call the Bruins game and go, fuck it, you guys are playing tomorrow. Like, it's already 2
11
hours
a.m.
after
first,
you guys
yeah,
were supposed
puck drop.
10 o'clock, 10 a.m. our time. But they were still able to finish and play the late game. But I was like, this actually works great for me.
Well,
So
the
I was
late
busy
game was
at
in
work last night.
Edmonton, I think.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah. But I was like, this actually works great for me because I'm going to get to work early tomorrow morning. I ended up having to go in, got there early, and I sat in front of the TV for an hour before we even opened, watching the Bruins. Then I was watching it on my phone. I did miss the goal for the Bruins. They wanted 2 overtime today. So thank God they didn't play last night.
So we've had but just 2 days of playoff hockey, and we have had 7 overtime periods already with 4 games.
God damn it. I love playoff
5
hockey
games.
so much.
It's the best. It's the best playoffs of any sport, and I don't care if you don't watch
It's not
hockey.
debatable.
If you disagree, it's just you're wrong.
Anyone
You're
who
wrong.
watches all sports
March Madness is
will
awesome,
tell you.
but like it doesn't hold a candle to the fact that you get 2.5 to 3 months of playoff hockey where by the end of it, each team absolutely hates the other team that they have to consistently see. They can fight people if they want to, and it's the best. It's the best.
And March Madness is different because it's a single elimination tournament. This is pro sports.
I'm just talking about the intensity with it and everything because every game means so much. But like,
like I said, anybody
the Lightning are
going to
win that.
Sports
The Lightning are going to win that now. Columbus is not coming back after losing a 5 overtime game. You don't come back from that.
I don't buy that at all.
I just think you're broken. You're broken. You lost 2 games basically in that.
But you only lost 1. That's the
know,
thing.
but you really in your mind.
It was a crazy game. Once you get to overtime in playoff hockey, anything can happen, and it's not the most demoralizing loss.
Dude,
like, you lose in regulation,
it's the best thing ever.
But it is. But like, when you lose in overtime, you're like, a puck can bounce one way or the other. When you lose in the 5th overtime and everyone's legs are done, you're like, yeah, dude, like that could have gone either way. They got the bounce at the right time. And
the losing goalie had 85 saves. 85 fucking saves.
Alex, explain to them how ridiculous that is.
I think the most I ever had in a game was when I played on a very bad team. And if you play on a bad team, you typically take a lot more shots because your team's not good. I think the most I ever faced was 60. I didn't stop 60 shots, but I faced like 60 shots, which was a shit ton. And that was like, okay. And that was like amateur hockey where we don't have anywhere near the defense they do in the NHL. Like to play a long enough game to where a goalie has 85 fucking saves. That means he had 88 shots on him. So he let 3 in.
Yeah.
He stopped 85 of them. Imagine stopping 85 pucks and then just still losing. And be like, what the fuck, guys?
But for
What
people
else do
that
I
don't
have
know,
to do?
an average game, a goalie is going to see
Like
on just a regular game,
30-ish.
30-ish,
30
might be
30 to 40,
25,
maybe.
might be in the 35 range. On a very high end, it's 40. And that's a game where your defense is shit, and your goalie's probably going to let in 5 if he faces 40, because that means they're all over him all fucking game.
Or you got a really good goalie and he stops them all.
Faced 85, or would you say 88 shots, defended 85, or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
That's ridiculous. You have to be so good. And what did the other guy face?
I think he said like 60 something.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
It was nuts.
It's still 2 games worth. One dude faced 3 games worth, basically. One guy faced 2 games worth. Nobody gives a shit because we're the only ones that care about fucking
dude,
hockey.
it was awesome, man.
Guys,
but
watch playoff hockey. You've got nothing else to do right now.
What I
Just
thought
watch
was
it. You'll get into it.
what I thought was really relatable about it was as somebody that used to play hockey and like you always put the money down to play like to get ice time, but like you go like if you have a game like they stack all the games kind of like they are right now in the NHL, but just more so when you're obviously not a professional or anything like that. But like if you go into overtime, there's always like a team waiting to come onto the ice after you're done. Like, and I was just like, this is awesome that the pros have to do that again. Like, I can't tell you how many times it's like, fuck, will somebody just score so we can go out there and start our game? Like, damn, like we're pushed back 20, 30 minutes now. What is this? And like to watch an NHL
and God
team,
forbid
like,
you've got the
have
late
to sit
game.
in a locker room and do it. You're just, yeah. Oh no, it's happened before. It's like you play like the 9 or 10 o'clock game and then like they go extra or whatever. You're like, fuck, all right, whatever. But like,
I'm going to get home at 1.
To watch
I
an
got a
NHL
school
team
tomorrow.
do it, like it's so funny where they're like laying in the locker room because they are in a bubble. They're basically at camp. It's like they're at hockey camp, and then like, oh well, I think the Hurricanes are even like, hey, they won't get off the ice. NHL, can you? Like, we're supposed to play a game now, and the Lightning won't get off the ice. I thought that was a funny little tweet that came there. Like, NHL is so much funnier than like the way the NBA is trying to be, where they're just dicks to each other. I don't know. Stanley Cup playoffs. Best
Carolina's
playoffs in
social
all
media
sports.
team did have some fucking great tweets going on that last night during that.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, Stanley Cup playoffs, guys. They're back. And if you're not watching it, what are you doing? Also follow @Gravy Gambles if you want some fire hockey bets, even though the Blue Jackets lost yesterday. But we're going to get to more of Gravy Gamble stuff here in a little bit. Let's move along to our next comeback kid, and that is vaccines, guys. Because we got a vaccine for the Rona. I don't know if you know. Well, I mean, we sort of have a vaccine.
Do we?
Vladimir Putin says it. And who doesn't believe Vladimir Putin? He's a pretty reputable guy, right? The Russians have never lied about like drug tests or anything before.
No, believe us. We have.
He's very good. Good. It's great. You like.
We have vaccine. It's good. No, you can't have. Just believe Russia is safe now.
Well, he did say his daughter had 2 doses of it and was fine. And I mean, again, why would Vladimir Putin lie to us?
It's probably just a speedball, and you feel fine.
If somebody's like, I got
just drugs.
coronavirus vaccine, would you do it? I would try it.
Yes.
I would take it and be like, I got it. I got a vaccine. I'm good.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work, okay, sign me up for the fucking next one too.
Yeah.
And the next one, and the next one.
That's what I said. I was like, give this to the NFL and the NCAA now. Like, let's go. Let's figure it out. And then somebody's like, what about doctors and nurses? And I was like, okay, them too, but like, football. Let's
They
go.
already know what to do. They're smart and they're safe.
They're intelligent.
We got to
you
give
know?
it to the dumb people that entertain us.
Right. That we can gamble on later, because I can't gamble on doctors and nurses. Now, if anybody knows a way that I can, hit me up because I'm into it. But like, until Bovada starts taking those bets, I don't think I can, unless you guys got a bookie or a guy that I can bet with. Like, slide in those DMs and I'll figure it out.
You bet on a doctor's kill rate over the year?
Over under 1.5 surgeries today. You're like, ooh, I don't know.
No, those
Seems like
can
a
be scheduled.
busy day.
Over under bot surgeries in the month is what you should bet on.
See, I mean, if somebody's got some doctor futures that I can put some money on, I'm in. Hit me up.
I think we just created an industry.
We could have. It's just medical gambling. and these guys have problems. But the vaccine available in Russia apparently, and he's saying it's going to be available to the public. Or Putin is that is he is Putin. But Anthony Fauci, who is we just call him Buzz Killington over here. That's what we're gonna call him. Buzz Killington, Dr. Buzz Killington said that it is not ready. He thinks that that America has like 3 of those that are in that stage, and they didn't go through like whatever trial process you have to go through. Because I mean, obviously you got to go through like, oh, this is good, this worked on this many percentage of people and everything like that. Like he didn't do that. So they're just trying to mass produce it and get it out to the public. I understand.
I'm actually all for it, though.
I understand the urgency, you know?
I'm all for it. Russia does not have the same standards that the FDA in America has. They're like, oh, this worked on 30 people. Let's mass produce it. What if they're right? What if this is the one that's right? Okay, then we don't need 9 more months.
Fine, and we're not.
And then we don't need 9 more months of testing in America for these other ones.
And we get college football. We get college football. Everybody's happy. Just imagine that world. I understand it's Russia, but what if they're right?
Guys, I know this is going to be a weird concept for everyone that grew up with Rocky and the actual real world the way it's been our whole lives, but we need everyone to root for Russia.
I'm rooting for vaccine.
I told you.
I'm not rooting for Russia. I'm team vaccine. I'm rooting for vaccine.
Well, no, we need to root for Russia as a whole because we need this vaccine to work on Russia.
I'm a globalist.
We need this vaccine. Well, no. Russia's going to be the ones that get it. Russia's going to give it to its people. And I'm sure it'll sell it to other governments that are Russia-like governments that don't give a flying shit and don't have an FDA. But that's what I'm saying. Let's root for Russia. Let's hope they got this right. This could help mend our countries together.
It could.
If Russia gives us the vaccine,
it could end our second Cold War that we're in right now. We're not.
I'd say it's more of a frigid war.
It's not really cold. Wanted to say second Cold War because I thought it was going to trigger someone.
You know what? We're on a chill war. It's a little chilly outside.
Like frosty jokes, it's a frosty war.
Let's say, I don't know if it's quite cool frosty. No, because it's not cool.
It's more like
it's chilly.
It's a war.
You know what? No, I don't want to call it the chilly war because I'm pretty sure at some point there are going to be chili wars between Texas and the rest of the South over whether or not beans go in your chili.
No beans. No beans.
No beans. If you put beans into my chili, you don't know beans about making chili.
See, and I think you guys, like when you plant a flag down and you won't take it anyway, it's like, don't
get me wrong. I'll eat chili beans, but that's chili beans.
If you give me chili with beans in it, I'll eat it. If you give me chili without beans,
I'll eat it. But it's chili beans. It's not chili.
If you give me chili with beans in it and you give me chili without beans in it separately, I'm going to eat both.
Also, if you say I made chili and then you give me Skyline chili, I'm going to eat it because it's delicious. You're going to be like, you fucking lied to me. This isn't chili. That's meat sauce.
Never had Skyline chili still.
It's very delicious.
It's just spaghetti chili, basically.
It's meat sauce on spaghetti, and then they cover it in fucking cheese. It's not chili.
Doesn't sound terrible.
Meat sauce. No, it's delicious.
Doesn't sound bad.
People that hate on Skyline chili, you're just mad at the name, which I am too, but I still enjoy it.
It's a very Ohio-y thing to come up with, you know? Like, what do we have? Let's make this. I have spaghetti laying around.
It's the LeBron of chilies. Yeah, it's really good, but it's also kind of a dick.
Okay, I like that. So vaccines are a comeback kid. Another comeback kid is vice presidents. Because now Kamala Harris, that's the correct pronunciation. I have double checked. Kamala Harris is going to be Joe Biden's running mate now. And I feel like was it 3 months ago when he said he's going to have a black female running mate, we all were like, well, it's Kamala Harris, right?
And then a week ago, I can't remember what news outlet reported it. They released an article early that was like, congrats to Kamala Harris. No, it wasn't The Onion. It was like an actual news. And then they retracted it because I'm pretty sure the Biden campaign was just like, you have to take that down. We can't do it yet. And they're like, oh, sorry, we retract. You're like, fuck, you reported it. Just stand by it. You had the scoop. Why wouldn't you want the scoop? Everybody wants the scoop.
Just own it. Scoop. Like us with West Ham. Remember when we broke 2 West Ham signings in one summer? That was tight.
I remember when I broke that. Yeah.
We were just like, well, I mean, it's really not confirmed, but we're going to confirm it first, and we're going to say it's 100%. Yep, mark it, book it, it's there. And then we got credited for breaking the news first. Just
We are
because
2 for 2.
We lied, though, but that was it. No, I think we're 2 for 3 because I think we were also wrong on one guy.
Well, there was a material change on that one.
It was a material change. You're right. Correct. That was, and that's if you ever think you have a scoop, you don't get it. Just say it was a material change. Nobody can come at you. Like, oh, you're right. Things happened. Which I don't even know what the material change means, but it means something. Well, regardless, Kamala Harris is going to be the running mate for Biden, and I don't really know what that means now. Like vice president, that's tight. Everybody's saying she's going to eventually be president because people are saying
apparently
Biden
like
down.
6 out of. I saw something today where it was like 6 out of 10 people polled don't think if Biden gets elected he'll make it through his first term. So they're like, oh, so Kamala.
Will he make it to the White House? Really? Like, will he know where to go? Because I'm pretty sure Trump has a guy pointing him in the right direction at least. So I think you're in your president, you get a driver, so you don't have to do the directions on your own.
They're all fucking senile.
But I would pay money to watch like Trump try and navigate with a GPS. Like, all right, Waze, stop yelling at me. Stop yelling. No, I am turning right. I am turning right. I'm turning. What is this? What is it? A roundabout? What is this?
Don't tell me to turn right. I'll just turn left until I get that direction. It's the right call. I made it. It was a great decision. People say one of the best decisions.
It was a tremendous decision. Wonderful.
I'm taking the scenic route. Yes, I could have gotten there quicker, but this gives me a tour of my city.
So I announced my candidacy when Kanye dropped out, and But
then he dropped back in.
He dropped back in, but then he's not really been doing much lately. So like I didn't take away my candidacy. I'm still a candidate.
Shoes now.
I'm still a candidate. I identify as 35 years old, so I'm allowed to run based on that. I said Eli Manning, Lil Nas X, and I think it was even OJ maybe, but maybe OJ didn't. OJ was in. We're not gonna have OJ. I don't think he can leave the state of Nevada, so he's not allowed to go. He can't go on the campaign trail, which is really
I'm the press
one
secretary.
of my bugaboos. Who is a good running mate? Robert, would you be interested in being my vice president? Because I think
he's the chief of staff. We've been over this.
Robert could be my Cheney because Robert will be the smart guy and I'll be Bush. I'm like, Robert, what do I do here?
All right. Well, if you're going to treat him as
Cheney,
then yeah, that could work. If you're going to, because Cheney was the most powerful VP of all time. Normally, they're just a fucking figurehead that don't do anything.
Well, I already announced my candidacy. Robert has yet to do so. So I was just asking if he wants to come on my ticket like that. And then I'll be like, you can pretty much do all the work. But like, we'll run. Like, I think people trust you. You're a likable guy. You know, you do find that you get to the bottom of everything that like people put surveys out with. You don't just follow a random survey off of Facebook. You have a whole podcast dedicated to breaking it down and getting to the bottom of things. So you are a guy that's going to figure out all of our country's problems. I think Robert might be the best candidate that I can get right now.
That's why I wanted him for chief of staff, because he can help shape policy. Hold on, I've got an idea. So now everyone's saying you should choose a woman because you need the other viewpoints, but what about this? Wheezy. Everybody loves a dog.
People do like
Everybody
dogs.
loves a dog. Choose Wheezy as your running mate.
And because Kamala Harris is the first female African American to be on a presidential ticket, Wheezy will be the first female black dog to be on a presidential ticket.
I don't think you can say I've rubbed her belly. Isn't her belly white?
Well, it's
I don't want to misgender. But she'll be the first female good girl.
She's black and white. She's black and white, which I would say is half black.
Gray.
I would count. She's mixed race.
Hey,
she's
all I know is in the vice presidential debates, you could just hang a sign around Wheezy's neck that says, "I never threw anybody in jail for a joint." Boom, Wheezy wins that debate.
Done. Okay, so Robert, are you cool? Are you cool giving that up to Wheezy then?
Yeah, I think that's a smart play.
Middleton, Wheezy, 2020. Somebody put together a logo. We'll print the shirts. Print the fucking shirts. We'll print the fucking shirts. If somebody will actually buy those shirts, I will fucking print those. We could have a little dog on it. This is gonna be perfect.
Bro, we
It's
can
gonna be
make
perfect.
a Mount Rushmore of all of us.
And Wheezy's gonna take a bite out of crime and police injustice, racial injustice. She's gonna take a bite out of all of that. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it. It's a dog reference. She's got a bone to pick with police brutality.
She'll put a pause on police brutality.
Criminals are gonna have a rough time when she's in charge. I think we got this. This is it. Just, book us, and we are now write-in candidates, apparently. I don't know what the paperwork is to fill out for that, but it looks like Pat just froze anyways, Robert. Is that correct on your end?
Yeah, he is frozen on my
I was
end.
just making sure it wasn't me. But so Wheezy Middleton Wheezy 2020. That's the way we're gonna go with that. And then our final comeback kid we've got is Sharks, because it's Shark Week. Robert, I have not watched any of Shark Week. Have you watched any of Shark Week?
I have not watched any Shark Week. I don't
Mike
think I've
Tyson-
ever seen anything Shark Week related.
I used to all the time as a kid. Mike Tyson, though, he was supposed to fight a shark, and he never did. And I don't know what we're going to do with that. And I think we just lost Pat. So we officially just lost Pat. But, yeah, Mike Tyson was supposed to fight a shark at the beginning of it. It looked like that didn't happen, or I didn't watch it, and I never saw any follow-up to it. And I know at least with the Michael Phelps supposed to race a shark, you saw some follow-up with that because I know that happened. And he didn't really race a shark. He raced like what a pretend version of a shark would have been. But, yeah, I don't know. Shark Week, we've talked about this on the morning show all week. It's like it's just lost its luster.
Yeah, I don't really know. I guess it did have some luster at first because I would hear about it often, but nowadays it's just you just know that it's Shark Week, but you don't hear anyone actually talking about it.
Yeah, no, I feel that, but I don't know. Sharks, it's just I think we had Shark Week used to be like when I feel, and honestly, I feel like it was like towards the end of your childhood, kind of when you turned into your teens. Probably it was like when cable TV became less as cool as it used to be, because it used to be like you had cable, you had all that, and it was a big deal. Like to me, it was like Shark Week was like one of the first weeks school had just started back, or like I think it was like the weeks that school had started back, because it was Little League World Series up until school started, and then it was Shark Week like the first or second or third week after school started. You'd watch that, and it was like that kind of got me in the routine for like bedtime. I feel like back like when you've been up all summer, like you didn't have any time you'd go to sleep, and then like, all right, I'm gonna watch these Shark Week, whatever the featured Shark Week show is tonight, and then it'll be like 9 o'clock or whatever, and I'll like go shower and get to bed or whatever. Like I remember that as a kid, but like I always thought it was like sharks are cool, and I've always said like it's called breaching, where like they like sharks do it with seals, but like they'll take the rubber seal, the dummy seal in the back of a boat, and they'll tie it behind that, and then like the sharks just jump out of the water and try and eat it. And I could watch that forever. Like I don't care when. Like I could watch sharks jumping out of the water trying to eat like rubber seals all the time. I'm all for that. But I thought that Shark Week, that's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. Looks like we've lost Pat for sure. We've 100% lost Pat. I am going to send him the meeting ID and everything like that. Why don't we tell you guys, while we're waiting to reconnect with Pat, before we get to the WWJD segment, why don't we tell you about our good pals at Little M Air Fresheners, the best air fresheners in the whole wide world. Our podcast son, actually, Skylar Lester, shout out to him. He just bought some Little M air fresheners. Leslie Rains, she bought some Little M air fresheners. And all of you guys at Little M Tweets, at Little M Shop on Twitter and Instagram. If you get a Little M air freshener, hit them up. Let them know you are supporting the people supporting us. And I mean, I had a fresh to death in my car this morning. I put a new one in there, and the best is like when you put the air freshener in there, you close the door, you lock it up. The next day you get in your car, you're like, oh yeah, I did put a new air freshener. It's
always a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I just kind of sat in there before I turned the car on, just before I could get that air circuit. I was like, I just want to just embrace this. And it was a great way to start the morning this morning at like 4:30 when I got in my car to go to work. But Little M air fresheners, like we've said, like I put mine at the bottom of my trash can. I had to actually replace that one this week because I got crawfish juice into that, and that that fell down like the crawfish kind of like it slipped over to the side, so all the juice poured out and it went through the bag at the bottom of it. But it kind of like went on the old Little M air freshener, so it smelled crawfishy and Little Emmy. And then we just replaced a new one. Now it doesn't smell like crawfish anymore. We took out that trash bag. It's great. And I'm telling you, Little M air freshener. It's gonna. You can put. I know Casey, our girl Casey said she puts it in her diaper genie, and that works wonders for her. And I know that it works wonders for everybody. I promise you, you will not be disappointed with the Little M air freshener. They also have some awesome keychains. I think our podcast son Skylar Lester bought a keychain as well. And there's something for everybody at Little M Shop. If you want the stickers, you can get the journals, you can get the keychain. Ladies, we got makeup bags for you. The motel keychains. I'm telling you, I didn't even think about it until I started. Like, I have one when I walk my dog. We have our like gate key, and I'll use that to let myself and the dog back in. But with the Little M like motel keys, it's like it's like a little like diamond shape, those old school plastic motel things, and like you can always find it in your pocket. I'm never like, is this the right key? Like, I always hate doing that. We're like, is this one it, or is this like, I know where my car key is, but then I have like my office key for work. I have the key to get into my apartment. I have the key to get into my parents' house. So like, you're always like, is this that one, or which one is this key? You're never wondering which key it is when it's on a Little M keychain, because that's the one with this motel keychain on it. It's perfect. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. LittleMshop.com, LittleEMshop.com, the best air fresheners in the entire world. And yeah, I guess that's who is going to sponsor WWJD this week and also help us while we're reconnecting with Pat, who is back now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
For just
my fucking pun landed so goddamn hard that it gave my house a power surge. I was so pissed off, man. Oh, really? 'Cause the last thing I heard was you laughing your fucking ass off.
No, I get
Robert froze and my lights flickered. God damn it.
Well,
and then I missed Shark Week. Son of a bitch.
Shark Week, yeah. Did you watch any Shark Week, Pat?
No, I've been at work.
Okay, so you didn't miss it. And then I didn't add it. I didn't think about it. But yeah, 30 weeks. The crawfish streak is at 30 weeks now. So I might as well just go 22 more weeks and do a whole year, right? Nobody's going to beat that. Yeah, just do it.
Yes.
Fuck it. Fuck around and find out.
You're going to do over 52, because if you do 52 again, then it's crawfish season again.
Might as well. Maybe I get to 100. I don't know. We'll see what I can do here.
Do you really want crawfish 6 months out of season, though?
I want that record. Do you think Cal Ripken really wanted to suit up every game?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Even when he was tired and hurt and banged up?
Yes, because it was what he loved to do. He was Cal fucking Ripken.
Do you know what I love to do? I love to eat crawfish. So,
you just questioned whether or not you wanted to do it when it was 6 weeks out of season.
I was just trying to get your input on it to see if you believed in me, and I don't think you do. So now I'm going to have to prove you wrong. I'm proving the haters wrong now.
You know who would believe in you?
I'm Michael Jordaning you now, where now I hate you, and I'm proving you wrong because you doubted me.
But you know who would believe in you? Jesus.
Jesus would. And that's what we're about to get into, the What Would Jesus Do segment. A lot of times growing up, I saw those What Would Jesus Do bracelets, the WWJD bracelets, but I never, ever heard anybody say this is what he would do. So we were getting curious, and I was like, maybe send us your What Would Jesus Do questions. We'll get to the bottom of it. Throw Jesus in a situation in today's time and use the hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGravyPod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NotPatDN. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. And we're going to find out what Jesus would do right after the intro from our good buddy, Jingle Blake Wonder.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If he wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our very good buddy and reigning Rookie of the Year, Josh Tree Cuddle, at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter. Josh says, what would Jesus do if he had to choose between a crunchy and soft taco?
I'm offended by this question.
All right. Continue.
I don't think I need to elaborate. I'm offended by this question. Who the fuck is going to choose a crunchy taco over a soft taco?
Is it a Doritos Locos taco? Is it a Doritos Locos taco? Because that's a crunchy taco, and I can understand that selection.
real tacos are soft tacos. Go to a taco truck and ask if they got a crunchy shell.
Oh no, I 100%
They will
agree.
tell you,
but I'm not trying to
"Fuck you,
hard
gringo."
shell shame. I go tortilla every single time. I go soft shell every time. But I don't hate people. They get that.
If you
Sometimes
if
if you
you
want a
give
Doritos
me a
Locos taco, it's the shit. It's the shit. It's a crunchy shell.
if you hand me a taco and it's a crunchy shell, I'm not going to not eat it. It's still a taco. It's delicious.
Robert, what are your thoughts?
But,
Are
like-
you're I mean, Robert, you gotta be you're a soft taco guy. But are you gonna toss a crunchy taco out of bed?
I'm actually a crunchy taco kind of guy.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
just kidding. I'm
okay.
just kidding. Soft tacos all the way. Definitely.
I was
totally
gonna
could see Robert
throw
liking
this
crunchy
pen
tacos.
into that fucking wall over there.
You know what? I don't remember if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I've kind of changed my tone on corn tortillas. I was never. I did it accidentally because I grabbed that on DoorDash. I hit that on Torchy's Tacos instead of the flour tortilla. But I was like, I don't hate it. And isn't corn supposed to be better for you?
The best tortilla is the white corn tortilla. The regular, the
Why
yellow
is it gotta be
corn,
the white one?
because the yellow corn tortilla, as you
Ugh.
fold it, it cracks in half. The white corn tortilla, it's got the malleability of the flour one, but it's got the better flavor of the corn tortilla.
The corn one has like the Torchy's one. I feel like has like a green corn tortilla,
Maybe they do. I don't know.
which is kind of tight.
Robert, when you go tortilla, do you go the white corn?
I actually go flour tortillas. I don't like corn tortillas.
I'm with you.
I had never gone
Have
for-
you had the white corn ones though?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I get that though. I love the flour tortillas too. Flour is the shit.
I usually always go flour tortilla, but I guess I accidentally hit the wrong button on one of my Torchy's orders, and I was like, all right, it's corn, cool, I'm down for that. But yeah, dude, I think JC goes flour tortilla.
He goes soft taco is the question, not. Oh, and if you
yeah,
want
he
to get
goes-
specific,
He goes soft taco. But also, hear me out. JC
He's not gonna refuse
not a
a crunchy.
selfish guy. He's not a selfish guy. So what if there's like 2 soft tacos left? He knows everybody likes soft tacos more, and there's like 4 crunchy tacos. He's probably going to be the guy that's like, you know
He'll
what?
eat a crunchy.
You take this. I will have this crunchy taco.
if they're there, there's nothing wrong with the crunchy taco. But if you have the choice between the two, you go soft 10 times out of 10.
Unless it's Doritos Locos.
I feel like Jesus could make a Doritos Locos taco out of a soft taco.
If he can turn water into wine, he can turn, yeah. No, I
Right.
agree. But like Doritos Locos, it's like that's the one argument for like I've had some Doritos Locos that are better than other tacos I've had with soft.
What's the one that had the soft shell around the hard shell?
The Cheesy
Gordita
Gordita
Crunch or
Crunch.
something?
That was my jam, dude. That was my jam. That used to be my go-to when it was on a $1 menu at Taco Bell. That was the shit. And I don't think it's on a $1 menu anymore. But it's like you basically had 2 tacos. That's what I always told my dumb brain. I was like, you're eating 2 tacos and you only pay for 1. I was like, no, they just put 2 shells on it. Stupid.
No, you're eating
I
one
was-
but paying for 2. That's what was
On a
happening.
$1 menu? I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's right. When it was on the dollar. I've always been a chalupa guy. Love them chalupas.
What's your go-to at Taco Bell?
Or
Robert?
the Crunk Wrap Supreme.
Crunk Wrap, yeah.
I don't actually eat at Taco Bell.
Oh, you're too good for that. I see how it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I just
Well, here, hold on. This is actually very understandable because Robert's never been drunk.
That is a very good point you bring up. If you drank, you would probably have gone to
You-
Taco
you-
Bell a couple of times.
You would have definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, I think JC goes like if there was an equal amount and he was making sure that like if nobody was going to go without, I think he would go soft taco. If there was like a finite amount and like obviously I think the majority of us would go soft taco, like, and I'm talking majority of us even like listening and being on the podcast, everybody else, all the gravy gang, I think the majority of us would go soft taco. Like hit us up. Let me know if you're a crunchy taco kind of guy or gal. Like
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. But I think JC
I just
would
want you to
go
know,
soft.
Josh. Yeah, Josh, I just want you to know that when you die, you're going to have to spend an extra week in purgatory for this question because it's insulting to JC that you would even ask this.
V insulting.
Yeah.
But he's
They're
pretty
going to
forgiving,
keep
so.
you in purgatory. for
He's pretty
an
forgiving,
extra
at
week.
least.
You might have 1 or 2 purgatory weeks already waiting for you. I don't know.
All right.
I don't think
well,
that's
that,
how purgatory works.
I don't know if you knew that, but yeah. That was our What Would Jesus Do segment. If you have a situation that Jesus would find himself in today's times, hit us up on Twitter at PassTheGravyPod, at PassTheGravyPod, using the hashtag PTGWWJD, at PassTheGravyPod, hashtag PTGWWJD. Now, before we get to the not cool segment, we told you guys last week that we were going to do a Big Brother draft. Big Brother 21 premiered last week on Wednesday. Pat's done a couple episodes. I'm pretty surprised Pat's been hanging around. You want to do tonight's episode?
Yeah. What the fuck
Yeah.
else am I going to do?
All right. Robert's been watching a little bit, and Robert said he doesn't hate or love anybody as of yet. Do you hate? No, you don't. Did you hate? You don't hate anybody. Robert doesn't hate people.
I think maybe the guy who calls himself Meow Meow, the one who was wearing like
Enzo?
a hoodie
That's
and
what I said.
sunglasses.
You'll love
That's
him.
what I
though.
said.
You'll
first.
love him.
No, but I do like the guy now. I just hate the meow meow thing.
Mama's kind of corny, but it's like a Big Brother like staple back on his season. So like that's kind of where they're keeping it around, and it's all stars. But we didn't get to learn the cast until like they moved in live on TV last week, and we recorded the episode before that. So we were like, hey, we'll do it on Friday or Thursday, and then Pat and I we didn't do it, and so
I went out of town and
yeah,
forgot to
since
call
the Pass the Gravy Big Brother pool doesn't really have anything to do with the gameplay, it's basically just like you get assigned a person. If that person wins, then you win a prize. Now, the crazy freak happening that we joked about last year happened last year, where if for some reason Robert, Pat, and myself have our people finish 1, 2, and 3, then whoever gets 4th wins. And Josh Tree had Cliff Hogg. He won 4th place, and so he won the whole thing because Robert, Pat, and myself are not eligible to win, but we just would like to participate, basically. So winner of this gets 3 shirts, or basically 3 of anything that you want from the Pass the Gravy merch store at the end of the season. All you have to do,
which now includes a dog hoodie.
The dog hoodie. It says Pass the Gravy is my favorite podcast.
And we'll be close to cold weather.
Yeah. You get the Pass the Gravy face covers. I got mine right now. I wear it to work every day. Now we got to wear the face mask around the office now. And I've been rocking that. And people are like, oh, I didn't know you had a Pass the Gravy. I'm like, yeah, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Go get it. But you can go get all your stuff at PassTheGravyMerch.com if you don't want to wait for the Big Brother season to end. But this is you don't have to do anything. If your person wins, that's it. That's all it is. Pat, you have the names of everybody in the house. I have the names of everybody from the Gravy Gang that wants to participate in the Big Brother pool. So what we're going to do is, Pat, you're going to draw a name.
I think you should draw a name first.
Okay, that's fine. I'll draw a name of a Gravy Gang member that's in the pool, and then Pat will draw a name of the house guest. That is who your person is. That is as fair as we can do it. I have my Bubba Gump hat that I wore as my Forrest Gump costume to Halloween this past year, and Pat
I've got
has
my
his
bucket hat.
bucket hat. All right, Robert, you're in charge of marking it down on our sheet. Here we go. Our first Gravy Gang member to get assigned a cast member is going to be Todd Voss. How appropriate is that? The MVP, reigning MVP of Pass the Gravy. Todd Voss, who's he going to get this year?
Hot Toddy is going to be matched with
Who's
Kevin.
Kevin. Oh, maybe not the greatest pick because he's on the block right now. He could be going home this week. All right, next up, Daniel Ramirez. What up, Daniel? Daniel 100% got into Big Bro because of this podcast, so I love you, Daniel. Appreciate you, bro.
Daniel Ramirez is going to be matched with David.
Oh, David. He's in his back-to-back season here. He was
a
the
bit of a
first out
wild card.
last year. It's going to be interesting to see how he goes. Ooh, our boy Josh Tree, reigning Rookie of the Year for Pass the Gravy. Who's Josh Tree going to be paired up with this year?
Josh Tree gets, I'm going to open this one-handed, Memphis.
All
That's
right.
a strong
That's
candidate
not a bad
right there.
pick. Not a bad pick. Ooh, Roberto. Bobby Jokes. Who's Bobby Jokes getting?
Bobby Jokes gets. God damn it. Open. Cody.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter. He's gonna
Brando's
get
got. Trying to keep it above the camera, so like.
No, I got you. So they don't think we're doing anything shiesty. Yeah.
Brando
I should do
gets.
that.
Brando gets Bailey.
Ooh, Bailey. I have Bailey on my fantasy draft. I drafted her.
Bailey.
By the way, if you go listen to the Sunday episode recap, week 1 power rankings, you can hear Pat, myself, Chris, and Emma from Pass the Gravy Bro on that podcast. You got to go listen to Pass the Gravy Bro. You can hear our fantasy Big Brother draft for this season. Our next one, Matthew Jaramillo. Who is Matthew Jaramillo paired with?
Jaramillo.
Shout out to him. He's been watching some of the live feeds. He's been watching some of the Facebook lives of us. Who's he got? Tyler, that's my favorite guy on the show.
I love Tyler. Everyone loves Tyler.
Oh, me. It's my turn. Who am I getting? Give me somebody good. Give me somebody good. Not Davon. Not Davon. Not Davon. Not Davon.
Ooh, Kesar.
Kesar. I don't hate him. I love Kesar. I don't know how far he's going to go.
Player.
He's only finished 10th his whole time on Big Brother. He finished 10th twice. So I'm a little nervous about that, but maybe this is the time he pushes through. All right, next up, we got you, Pat. Who are you going to get?
I got Nicole A.
Nicole Anthony. We love Nicole Anthony.
I love Nicole,
her.
but
She's awesome. But last year, you would have got third. One of us you had Nicole, Robert, last year, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, because
Pretty
Pat
sure I
had
did.
Jackson, and I had Holly, I think. So, yeah. All right, so nice. Now both years, one of us has gotten Nicole A. Allison Marson. Shout out to Allison Marson. She's a huge Big Brother fan.
Shit, knocked my headphone out. Allison Marson is getting Danny.
Ooh, I love Danny. I think she's on my fantasy team. Follow at Pass the Grade Bro on Twitter and on Instagram. We got some fire memes. Some are saying the most fire memes of Big Brother that are not Big Brother related. But also, we have our fantasy draft that you can go see. Ashley with an I, Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter. Who's she getting?
Ashley has Devon, Alex's favorite player.
I don't dislike her as much as I thought I was going to coming in. Over the weekend and the last couple of days, watching the feeds, she's growing on me. David Ruiz, a candidate for Rookie of the Year this year. Who's he going to get?
David gets Ian.
Not bad. Ian. All right.
I don't think he's winning either, but
I like Ian. He is one of the two winners in the house. Then next to last, Darren Hemel.
He is getting Keisha.
Keisha. Keisha also on the block. So it looks like either Darren or Todd are going to be out after this week. And I feel like both of them started watching. Todd has watched like his second episode of Big Brother ever with us. So like, I don't know. I'm sad that one of them has to leave now. He's going to have to leave this week. But our final one is our boy Fernando Ramon.
Oh, we didn't have a full 16 this time.
We did. That was 16, right?
No, that's 13 people.
13? Who do we have?
Yeah, there's still Janelle, Nicole.
Oh,
F.
shit. Did I you know what, guys? 100% that's on me. That's on me.
You said 2 left, and I was like, I kind of peeked into there, and I was like, I've got more than 2 pieces of paper in here.
Oh, we don't have Danielle Weston at all, do we? God damn it. Danielle Weston and Daniel Tom Chesson.
Well, sorry, guys. You guys are going to get – well, that'll put us at 15. Who else are we missing?
Daniel Weston, Daniel Tom Chesson, Fernando Ramon.
Did we do Fernando already? No. Wow, you guys are getting the last 3 picks, which actually doesn't really mean anything in this.
Hold on.
Because
No,
Alex can't count to 16.
No, I'll draw.
Wow.
All right, this is Danny. Danny.
Danny is getting.
I'm sorry, guys.
Man, I really crumpled this one up. Janelle.
Ooh, okay, not a bad pick for you, Danny. And then Fernando Ramon.
Fernando gets Christmas.
Which leaves one last person. I think Danielle got Janelle. Danielle got Janelle.
Danielle got
Danielle
Janelle.
gets whoever's left.
Which is Nicole F.
Nicole F.
No, we've got 2 more left.
What?
Yeah,
And
Enzo.
Enzo.
Alex, you suck.
Okay. What the fuck?
Hold on. Figure out who it is, and I'm going to draw for the final 2. You're the worst. The worst.
Brandon Whitehead, Daniel Weston. Oh, Brett Brandon. Fuck. I'm sorry. Brett Brandon.
Wow.
And then that's all we have, though.
Yes, that'll put us at 16.
Okay.
You guys would think, being this big of a Big Brother fan, Alex could count to
Fuck.
16.
Well, no, I was doing it. Like, I was typing it out before the podcast. That's on me. That's on me. Fuck.
I was doing things. All right, so who am I drawing for?
I think that's everybody.
That's Brett. This is the last
No.
one, right?
I hadn't picked one yet for – we still have Enzo and Nicole.
Yeah, we just gave those to Danielle, Tom Cheston, and Brett Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So that's it.
man,
right?
hopefully Alex does better next year, guys. I'm sorry.
Shit. Okay. No. Okay. I mean, really, it doesn't matter. You're just getting a random pairing. But
Yeah, it means
but
nothing. I just wanted to give
still-
you shit.
I have Kesar. Pat has Nicole Anthony. Robert has Cody. David Ruiz. You have Ian. Todd Voss has Kevin. Brandon Whitehead has Bailey. Matthew Jaramillo has Tyler. Josh Tree has Memphis. Ashley with an I. Wilkins has Davon. Darren has Keisha. Daniel has David. Allison has Danny. Fernando has Christmas. Danielle has Janelle. Daniel Tom Chesson has Nicole Franzel. And Brett has Enzo. If your person wins, you win 3 free things of your choosing from the Pass to Give You merch store. And that clusterfuck is over. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know what? I feel like I just need to chill. I need to chill out. Maybe I need to pop in one of these gummies I got. Alamo Remedy CBD. Maybe that will just help calm my mind, help cool me down. Oh, Pat's got the lotion right now, the cucumber melon. I told you,
Yeah.
you want to eat it, don't you? Stop it.
After you messing
put it in his
that
mouth.
up, my shoulders are pretty tense. I gotta rub some of this on.
From carrying the whole drawing. Yeah, I understand that. The Alamo Remedy CBD. They're the best in the biz. They're my favorite CBD place. They're the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy podcast. Right now, if you buy 2 of any of their products, the gummies, the tincture, the capsules, and the lotion that are priced at $17.99, so that's everything but the hemp flower. If you buy 2 of those, you buy 2, you're going to get a third for free. So you could get the gummies and the and the lotion and then throw in the capsules or the tincture with you. Like, why would you not want to do that right now? That's a great idea. That is a great idea. And while you're doing that, so like what you could do now is you could go use our promo code too. Promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. So you could go buy the Alamo Remedy gummies and the cucumber melon lotion. That's awesome. I use it on my ankles, my hip, and my knee after I play soccer. It feels absolutely wonderful. My brother came over. He was having some ankle issues. I was like, yo, bro, check this out. He rubbed it on his ankle, and the next day he was like, dude, that shit is working. I love it. If you get anything but the hemp flower, it's $17.99. You buy anything priced at $17.99. You get 2 of them. You're going to get a third for free. And you're going to save even more money when you use our promo code PTG at checkout. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. I think it was Matthew Jaramillo who had used our code this week. I'm trying to, as we're doing this, I'm trying to scroll through and see the other people. It lets me know. They let me know when you guys use it. But
By
yeah,
chance do you see a
there is-
Ray on there?
Ray. No, I do see a Pat
actually,
Dion.
no. It would only be through Twitter, right? That you would see it.
No, I see it on I see it on.
Oh no,
my
I'm
email.
trying to get my dad's buddy to get onto it. I'm trying to get him
Okay.
into it.
Well, you can go to almoremedy.com, use our promo code PTG at checkout. You're going to get 10% off your order. Almost all their products are priced at $17.99 besides the hemp flower. They sent me some of that hemp flower, guys. It's if it's not weed. It's not weed. It looks a lot like weed. It smells a lot like weed. You smoke it, you get the you can smoke it, you roll it up, you can break it down, you can use it to cook things with it. You can do all kinds of awesome stuff with this hemp flower, but it doesn't give you that like foggy headedness. It doesn't give you like you're able to focus 100%. If you're writing a paper, you're going to be 100% able to write a paper. It's just going to let you chill out. You're going to be less stressed. You're going to be more relaxed. You're going to be it's good vibes only at that thing. I'm wearing my Pastor
It walks
Gary.
like a duck, it quacks like a duck, but it's actually a swan.
When you don't need that negativity, I'm wearing my shirt. You can get it at PastorGaryMerch.com. I don't need your negativity. When you're not feeling that negativity, just pop some of that or smoke some of that hemp flower. It's going to be fine. You're good. It's all 100% legal. 100% legal. AlamoRemedy.com. Use our promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. The hemp flower. You can get the gummies, the capsules, the tincture oil, the cucumber melon lotion, and I swear to you, you will want to eat it, but don't eat it. It is not like don't eat it. It's not edible, but it's absolutely delicious smelling. AlamoRemedy.com. I submitted the 5 of you on our Instagram that won. You should check your DMs on Instagram if you blew up their stuff, hashtagging Gravy Gang at Alamo Remedy CBD. They will be messaging you, letting you know that you have won your free things. I was a little late getting to them on that. I did that actually right before the podcast today. So the 5 of you, I think Mundo, you won. I know Josh Tree won. I want to say Uzel, Laura won. A bunch it was all Gravy Gang pretty much that won, obviously, because you heard it from the podcast. But AlamoRemedy.com, at Alamo Remedy CBD, and at Alamo Remedy on Twitter and Instagram. Go give them a follow. Hit them up. Let them know that you heard about them on Pass the Gravy. If you're getting anything from Alamo Remedy, tag them on either. Let them know that you are supporting the people supporting us. AlamoRemedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order. AlamoRemedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off your order. Alamo Remedy CBD, the best damn CBD on the planet. Made for Texans by Texans, but that doesn't mean you have to be in Texas to enjoy it. Alamo Remedy CBD, AlamoRemedy.com, promo code PTG at checkout for 10% off of your order. Thanks for coming on board, gang. All right, let's get to the not cool segment where we tell you things that aren't cool that have happened to us this week.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
I have 2 not cools, and my first one is just scraping your knee, dude. My brother came over on Saturday. We went over to our good pal Tessa's house. Not before anybody gets mad at us for breaking a bubble. I'm in a bubble. Tessa's in my bubble. My brother's in my bubble. My brother is in Tessa's bubble because my brother's in my bubble. That's how it works. That's how the bubble works. We weren't at a party. We weren't doing anything. There were people that worked, and then my brother. That's who we were hanging out with. We didn't just grab randos to bring in. We went over to Tessa's to watch some of the UFC fights, but beforehand, my brother came over, and we were drinking a little bit during the day. My brother's bigger than me, but so I was a little good. I was feeling pretty good. We went into the gas station to stock up on some more booze to take over to Tessa's, and my card, I have so my debit card did not have enough money on it, so I had to do the whole thing where I was like, just hang tight, take these guys, and then let me just move the money over. So I had to switch money over into my account on my app. Did that. And then everything worked. My brother was just like, what the fuck? And I was trying to communicate to him through glass, like, hold on, ha, ha, ha. Crazy thing, but we have masks on, so you couldn't see my face really. And then I was a whole thing. And then I finally get the booze out. I'm walking out, and my brother looks at me, and I'm just like cheesing, and I fucking walk right into one of those, like the little thing, the curb stopper, like when you're at a parking spot. Fucking my foot just hit that, and I eat shit. I just ate shit, scraped the fuck out of my knee. It's not too bad, but it's just like you always forget about how bad like a knee scrape is. Where then like you get on your knee later the next 2 days or so, and you're just like, ow, and I've had to have a Band-Aid because with Rona, I'm trying to be super cautious. Usually if I have like a scrape, I don't put anything on it, but I don't know. I don't want Rona to get in a cut. I don't know how that whole thing works. So I've been cleaning it up and putting a Band-Aid on it every morning, and taking the Band-Aid off fucking sucks. Just having a scrape on your knee.
It's terrible.
Like, if you're 4 years old, it sucks, and if you're 31 years old, it sucks. It's never not shitty when you scrape your knee up. So that's one of mine.
I've got a breaking news one to break in here with before you go to yours.
Is he gonna make me mad?
So I feel like this is a setup now. How Laureano only got 6 games, even though what he did was worse than Joe Kelly.
Did he get it?
Joe
reduced?
Kelly's suspension was just reduced to 5 games.
Oh shit.
So 1 game less than what the worst guy did? Oh, that's weird. That's weird that you only gave this other guy 6 games because you knew already you were gonna do that. Fuck Rob Manfred, dude.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. I don't. Baseball suspensions again. That's just an added not cool.
Dude, like it's like it's not hard to be a great commissioner. Set a standard, and then for extenuating circumstances, you changed it for extenuating circumstances. And yet there's not a single major commissioner. Actually, I will say Bettman. I think Bettman does a great job. He's had a couple lockouts, but other than that, he doesn't have
that's kind of
controversies
big. That's a big one.
They were, but he's also grown the game so much. But he doesn't have the controversy of...
Kind of killed it. He kind of killed the sport of hockey almost. Because of that last lockout.
Completely fucking up player discipline. Every other commissioner fucks up player discipline constantly. Just has no uniform level of discipline across the board. Like, Jesus Christ. And you can say, when was the last hockey lockout, Alex?
2007, 2008.
So he's presided over it for a long time. Since
but it almost died. It almost died, dude. We lost every fucking ESPN deal. They lost everything. Like, they were on the fucking Outdoor Life Network. Like, that was what they had to fucking fight back because they took a year off and suspended the league.
I'll admit, in his early years, he did terribly.
Twice. He had 2 lockouts during his tenure. Like, name another commissioner that's ever had that.
Hold on.
Because he can't.
Since then, he's had 13 years of basically exponential growth since then for the game.
You're right. From absolute zero to trying to grow. Yeah, you're right.
You can't say that he's a bad commissioner. Like, he made some bad decisions early on. He's been great. Whatever. Nobody gives a shit about hockey. Nobody gives a shit about hockey. But, like, Jesus fucking Christ, Manfred. Like, how are you this bad? Oh, yeah, Joe Kelly, 8 games,
That fucking sucks.
now that we think about it, we've let a week or 2 pass.
You know what? The guys that are being violent, why don't we take off their suspension?
We're going to give 1 less game than
Watch Laureano get like a 3-game suspension now.
Dude, I swear to God, if they reduce Laureano after this.
Oh, you know it is now. They have to.
I'm going to
What, you're trying to hurt the Astros? Well, that's minus 1 game or 2 games.
I'm going to track down Rob Manfred.
Don't.
I'm going to kick him in the back of the knee.
They'll replay this.
I'm going to grab his jaw in his face, and I'm going to piss right down his throat.
Okay. You weren't gonna
Robert, your views. No, it won't pee him. Pee is sterile, Alex. Don't be extreme.
No, I said you won't kill him.
No, I'm going to just pee in his face.
All right. Robert, what'd you have to say on the matter?
Yeah, I can't believe you got 5 games. And definitely, Laureano's, his probably going to get reduced too, even though it shouldn't.
And Sereno can't. He can't.
Yeah, Cintron can't.
Cintron.
We're gonna drop you below the guy that did the worst thing, and then guess what? The guy that did the worst thing, we're probably gonna drop him too.
You have to now.
Fucking Manfred, dude. Why? Why do you have to drop him? If you're saying we're overcorrecting for what Cintron or Laureano did, so we're dropping Joe Kelly because it wasn't as bad. That's a terrible fucking take.
He's probably just got a wheel that he just spins, and he's like, it's this game's suspension.
How can you be so smart?
He's playing like the game of life, and he has that little twisty thing on the game of life that you decide how many moves you get.
It fucking kills me.
All right, I'll go with my last one. It's on sports, and guys, I'm addicted to parlays again.
That's good.
It's not good because they're not hitting. They're not hit. It's good if they're hitting. They're not hitting. And a parlay, in case you don't understand what I'm talking about, is if you gamble, like if I gambled on the Astros to win by a run and a half and the Astros won by 3, I win, like that's one game. A parlay is you put 6 games or however many games at like all together. And then if they all hit, then you win. But if one of them doesn't hit, then the whole thing's fucked. And it's the best because like you can look at a board and you're like, all right, I can put $5 in here and I can win $100 because this hits and this hits and this hits. And like, so I've been trying to do $10 parlays. So I'll put like 5, 6, sometimes 7, but usually 5 or 6 games. And I'll throw $10 on it. And I've had the worst.
That's what kills you.
I've had the worst track of like the first game loses. So then I do the obvious thing and I just double down and be like, well, that one game wasn't going to hit, but the other 4 were. So then I just do the other 4 games that are played later and I will double down on that with another $10 bet. So then I'm losing like the $20 on that and I'm not winning anything.
Stop doing
like,
6-game parlays.
If I hit one, it doesn't matter. If I hit one, it doesn't matter. It wins it all back. If I play a lottery.
You're dumb.
I just can't stop because I see those dollar signs at the end. I'm like, well, obviously these 7 games are going to go away.
No, I'm not saying parlays are dumb.
No.
I'm saying your level of parlay is dumb, where you're betting 10 to win $150, $250. 4-game parlays, Alex. Stop going 6-game parlays. Go 4 games. Yes, the payout is not as great. But
if I don't get trip digits, it's not funny. It's not fun. It's like not worth it. I don't want a $50 parlay.
Not fun. You're winning 10 to get 50.
The stress of a parlay where you're sweating out, is that second, third game going to hit?
Mix in 4-game parlays because if you hit a couple of those, they'll pay for your. Let's say you win 2 10-game parlays at 14 parlays. That's paying for your next 6 to 8-game parlays.
I won in.
Here's your problem:
NFL
is you're so degenerate.
I hit 2 parlays.
You don't want to bet.
Like I made like almost $3,000 on
bet.
parlays last year in NFL betting, and like that just like kept me in the green no matter what I bet the rest.
No,
of the
that's
time.
what it is.
But it was like 3 lucky weekends. Fucking just murdered everything else I did.
You bet for the thrill of it. You don't bet to win money. That's your problem.
Well, I bet to win money.
No, you don't.
The thrill's fun.
Because if you did, you'd be betting 14 parlays and not 6. 16 parlays are dumb. They're dumb.
Not when they hit, which they do, just not as often.
How many have you bet? Well, hold on. What do you think your percentage of hit is? 8%?
Probably.
That's not good.
Well, you got to pick underdogs, so you got to pick people that you don't think are going to win outright, but then they might, and you're like, well, they could tonight. Baseball's weird as shit. I fucking need to stop doing parlays on baseball. But then, as I said, I have like 4 games in baseball.
No.
Parlays. Fuck the A's and fuck the Dodgers for fucking me over yesterday.
I don't hate parlays on baseball.
No, baseball, because baseball goes either way. You never know.
This season, parlays on baseball, this season is so nuts, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. That's
what I'm selling myself on. That's why I'm doubling down on shit. I'm like, well, this is going to work.
God, you're the worst gambler in the world.
Those of you that have never hit a high of like that, if you hit that parlay, I remember in football season, the first one I hit, Robert, you did, that was like the second week we did Bet the House at the radio station. And remember, I was Dante telling you what to do and all this on Bet the House. And I hit a like 6-game parlay in the NFL, and it was like a $1,400 parlay. It was amazing. I threw $100 on that parlay. I made $1,400. Can
I cut in for about 12 seconds?
And I was watching. It was Broncos, Chargers. The Broncos kicked a fucking field goal to win at the very end, and they fucking covered. They fucking made it all. Like Emma was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, if this happens, I win all this money." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And Emma like put down what she was doing and was as interested in the football game as I was. And I was just like,
"Yeah," because she was worried you guys weren't going to make fucking
because you feel like a magician. You feel like a magician because you picked 6 games that went right.
Robert, let me ask you this. Does this not sound like a month before you send somebody to rehab?
No, because I'm not like losing all my money.
No.
I have money.
I'm not talking about how much you're betting. I'm saying, does this not sound like a month before you send somebody to rehab? Dude, I swear to God, anybody that's ever hit that high, you've hit that high before. You know the high is good. So then you just gotta double down. That's what you've gotta do. You sound like the guy.
You sound like the guy
You
that hates
sa-
money, is what you sound like. You sound like
You
that guy.
sound like
sound like a
Adam
quitter.
Sandler from Uncut Gems.
You
Like, you're
sound
gonna-
like a fucking quitter right now to me,
no,
Pat.
no,
and that's what you are.
No,
That's
no,
what
I'm
you
not
are.
a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I'm a pussy. I don't place the bet in the first place.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
you, I know, and there's
I
nothing
put my
wrong.
money where my mouth is, and it doesn't always come through. But you know what? When it does, it's worth
I'm
it.
worried that eventually you're going to have to put your mouth where your money is when you can't pay a bet.
No,
That's
because
my
I have a
problem.
limit. I never like go beyond my means. Like I have a bankroll.
Oh,
When that
no,
bankroll's
nobody
gone, it's
ever
gone.
does until they do.
You're just jealous that you're not going to be rich gambling when I hit these parlays. I'm not.
No,
sharing it.
bro,
I'm not
and I
sharing
said this was going to be the year I was going to start betting. And then Corona hit.
And you get scared.
Oh, what the fuck was I supposed to bet on?
I'm
And then I
very
forgot
hot.
it.
I'm very hot on NBA games, though. If anybody wants NBA tips, at
Oh, I
Gravy
will
Gambles.
not bet. I will not
At-
bet NBA. I will
Oh,
bet
really?
NFL.
18-1-1.
NFL.
18-1-1. My last 20, buddy.
On
Argue
what?
with that.
Just
NBA.
everything?
18-1-1.
God damn, that's a hell of a heater.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was at one
just
point.
so you know-
I was 14-0 at one point at the start of the bubble, and I was like, I'm probably never gonna lose a game. And then I
Russ,
tweeted it,
Russ
and then
has
I
something.
lost
Russ has
immediately.
like a tweaked Achilles or something. I saw that earlier.
Yeah, they lost to the Pacers.
No. I saw that, but Russ has a strained quad. That's great going into the playoffs.
Good thing I didn't bet the Rockets today. So shout out
Yeah.
me. Shout out me. All right, so yeah, just I'm kind of getting really
Yeah.
parlays again.
So you got that. That's not necessarily bad. Mine.
That's not cool.
My
but I'm
actual
just-
one I
can't
had
stop.
before I had to cut in. My right eye. What do you call this top eye flap?
On
Eyelid?
Eyelid. That's the word. Thank you. It's been twitching for like 2 days. It's just annoying.
Look, Robert, I don't know about you.
It's literally
but
doing
just
it
seem
right
like
now.
when you're about to have to send somebody into rehab for like their eyelids twitching because of whatever.
It can't stop. It can't stop streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's twitching.
I mean, Alex is just defensive right now. I feel like that's a further term that like when we don't have to Zoom anymore, we're gonna have to Zoom because Alex is gonna be at Betty Ford.
Why would Betty Ford want me at her house?
That's all I got though. My eyelashes or eyelid is twitching, and it's annoying.
That
Okay,
was
so
great. That was great.
Robert, what's yours?
so mine. You reminded me of it earlier when we were talking baseball, but it's the Mike Clevenger, Zach Plesac situation going on, where they're just leaving their hotels because apparently they didn't see what happened to the Cardinals and the Marlins.
I mean, that's also that's a not cool, but also still a cool in a bad way.
Am
Where
I
Mike Clevenger
spreading
had
rumors?
to be the most self-righteous.
Was he getting
fucking
pooned?
dickhead.
Was he getting pooned? Was that what he was out doing?
Well, here's the thing: Zach Plesac came back at 3 a.m. and got caught sneaking back in the hotel. Clevenger didn't come back at all. Then in the meeting the next day, Clevenger was trying to defend Plesac. Man, kind of seems like if you're gonna talk shit about other teams, you shouldn't be the asshole that's putting your cancer recovering teammate at risk.
Well, Plesac went with
Mike
him.
Clevenger.
Plesac
No,
went with
Plesac,
him.
no. Plesac. No, I'm saying they've got another teammate on the team
Oh,
that
I
is
thought-
recovering from cancer. Yet they still think it's okay to go out and expose him. The Astros might have cheated, but Mike Clevenger is legitimately a piece of shit human being.
Yeah,
Hey, you know
but-
what? Your teammate has cancer or had cancer. Maybe don't put him at risk. Yeah, but I really want to have a couple drinks and probably get some pussy. Okay, well, you're a professional athlete. Can you wait 2 months?
Was it proved that he was
Nah.
out like getting pussy and going to a bar, or was he
Well,
doing
it wasn't proved that he was getting pussy, but he went out to the bars with Plesac. It's been
Okay.
proven that he went out to the bars with him.
Okay, because I know like the
Yeah.
Marlins,
After he
it
was the
proved they went
most
to
self-righteous.
they went out drinking, and I know that the Cardinals went to a casino.
Like Tyler Bauer has talked a lot of shit about the Astros over the
That's
years.
Trevor Bauer.
And it's Tyler. It's Tyler
Trevor.
Bauer. No, it's Tyler. His name is
It's
Tyler.
Trevor. He's
No,
kinda
his
a
name
cool
is
guy.
Tyler.
He's a pretty cool
He's
guy.
Yeah, he was a cool guy until he was a dickhead.
Pretty cool guy.
But Clevenger was just a self-righteous fucking cunt about it the whole time. And This is a mini version of what we're going to get when it comes out for the Yankees and the Dodgers. It's
not going to happen.
Your little bit of come up.
It's not going to happen.
Well, no, it won't happen until Manfred gets thrown out. Maybe.
Well, no, it'll happen as long as it happens after the Yankees win this World Series. Then the Yankees can just go, kiss the ring, bitch. Shut up, kiss the ring. That's what they can just Astros Twitter you guys.
Yeah, I would have no problem with that.
I don't just hate Astros Twitter. I hate Astros Twitter. I hate Yankees Twitter. I hate baseball Twitter. I hate baseball Twitter. It's the worst.
I would
baseball
have
Twitter
no problem
sucks.
with that from the Yankees. I would have no problem because if you're going to talk shit, everyone was on equal playing grounds when all this was happening.
I just feel like that, like baseball Twitter, like basketball
It's
Twitter,
so
I thought was
goddamn
annoying.
toxic.
I thought basketball Twitter was annoying, but like baseball Twitter, you have like 6 hours a night with baseball Twitter, where they're like every at bat, every strike, they're like, "Oh, what a fucking pussy!" Blah, 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 blah. Like I just fucking hate it, and
It's so bad.
Just chill out, man.
It's
Like, it's 2016. It's Wednesday the 12th, and the Astros are still your 2017 world champion. Like tight, dude. Like we know, they still have the flag hanging. Like nobody doesn't really think they are. Like we can say that we don't, but like you know that they know that you're the champs. Like
I'll admit,
MLB takes it away.
I don't tweet those things, but I'll like them. So I don't think you guys. I'm complicit in the douchiness. I won't say I'm a.
But then you can't get mad at John Boy. You can't get mad at John Boy when you're fucking doing the troll job, and then somebody else trolls you back, and you get triggered. Like,
well, I'm not doing the troll job. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying about Astros.
I'm responding
baseball Twitter
to
in general is just
to the troll.
It's the cannibalizes itself. It's like, I can tweet, I can troll you, but how dare you troll me? Dog, that's not okay. That's unacceptable.
Because here's why. John Boy doesn't do it as a troll. This dude believes everything he's saying.
Troll. No, he doesn't. He knows he's getting fucking people like you getting riled up over it, and that's how it works. That's what a troll does. They don't care. They don't care what they're talking about. They care that they're getting people riled up. That's the job of a troll, dude. A troll has no end game other than to make you mad. And when they've achieved that, they win.
I wish I could believe that dude was a troll, but I can't. He's just so up his own ass. Which if he is really fooling me, congrats. He's the greatest troll of all time. But I think he's just a hypocrite that can't see his own side.
He might be.
Which I think is far more likely.
Robert, do you have anything left to close this not cool out with, since you got us all hot and heated?
Yeah, he's got two idiot podcast hosts. That's his fucking not cool.
I guess I don't like the Astros late night times, the late start times.
Sucks.
So
like why? Like when we're playing at home, why are we playing 8-10 start games? It's ridiculous.
Dumb, dude. Dumb.
You know what this is? This is another Manfred punishment. That's what it is.
Yeah, the only time we get the 7-time start times when we face the Rangers later this month or next month.
I feel like
why would that be the early game? That should be the latest game because you don't want anybody watching it because the Rangers are fucking trash.
I feel like I've only seen 1, maybe 2, 5-something start times this whole year, and we're 16 games in now.
Yeah.
Not including like the weekend games where it's like a Sunday afternoon game, but like that doesn't count.
No, I was counting those. I probably missed them just because
they've had a couple Sunday afternoon games.
I've been around work so much, but like, okay, so maybe they've had like 4. But how many? Like, they've had like 5 home games in the Houston time zone that were 8 o'clock start times, 8-10 start times.
Fuck, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's ridiculous. Why does this season suddenly time zones mean nothing to start times?
I don't know.
Fucking Manfred, that's why.
He's a whack-ass commissioner. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's move on to
we might have just named our podcast right there.
Let's move on to our answers segment. And if you have a question, there's no such thing as a stupid question, guys.
Just stupid people.
That's not true, though. But if you would like to send us your question, hit us up, hashtag PTG Answers to @PassTheGravyPod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dean. Robert is at Robert Barbosa. Go ahead and give Robert's podcast a follow as well at A Recent Study Pod.
Correct. You got it.
Nailed it.
First try.
Exactly. I keep getting in my head, I always want to say a recent survey. And I'm like, I know it's not because I'm always like, I always think of like Family Feud survey says. And so, like, I don't know why. But go check out Robert's podcast. It's awesome. I promise you will not be disappointed. And it's a great listen. Him and Sam have awesome chemistry, and I'm really nervous that Robert's just going to eventually bail on our podcast because that's a better podcast probably. But check out A Recent Study Suggests at A Recent Study Pod. And I guess since we already did the ad, that'll be the ad for answers. It's brought to you by A Recent Study Suggests podcast. So this is the answer segment. Hashtag PTG Answers at AskTheGradyPod. If you got questions, if you don't have a Twitter, get one, or answers at PassTheGradyPod.com if you want to email them. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our first answers question this week, as all weeks, comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, if a girl goat is a goat, why is a boy goat not a boat?
That's pretty sexist.
It is very sexist.
Why isn't a boy goat a burl? Is what I would ask.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought we raised you better than that, Skylar.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were a
Skylar,
misogynist.
I didn't know you were. Yeah, dude. Like, quit falling into this male patriarchy where we have to stand out. Like, why don't we as men? You know, I mean, son, we
I don't like
raised
that
you on
called
a
it
pod.
patriarchy to put it on me.
A patriarchy.
Patriarchy. There you go.
Patriarchy. I like saying patriarchy though, because it also that if you say patriarchy and you're trying to justify something else, it usually angers other people that you didn't say patriarchy right. And that is my favorite thing is when
you're just trying to implicate me, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, your patriarchy, like, son, we taught you better than this, and we are a podcast, son, that sells T-shirts for $1 less than women because we care. We understand women are less represented, and we're trying to give them a voice. A lot of people are saying Kamala Harris is the most diverse, candidate and everything, and she's bringing everybody together. But I would say this podcast might be the most diverse. We got a little bit of everything. We're a real melting pot here on.
Without a doubt.
So, also I would say Wheezy better running mate than Kamala.
Without a doubt.
Just she's awesome. She gives great snuggles.
I could go into it, but I don't think anybody wants politics on.
Sick at fetch.
Bro.
I don't know how good Kamala is at fetch, but I would say Wheezy. I'd probably put you guys know I'm a gambler. I'd put all my bankroll on Wheezy over Kamala Harris.
I'm not trying to make any comment. I'm not trying to
Barking
say
too.
Kamala is not an attractive woman, but guys, Wheezy is so cute.
Wheezy's so pretty.
She's pretty.
One of the prettiest girls I've known. So
she's a juggle girl.
And it's not about looks. I understand that.
But when you're a juggle girl,
she's a very good girl.
Candidate.
She's a very good girl. She's a very good girl. She's never once voted. She's literally never voted anything down that you as a voter want.
Dislike.
Yeah. So no matter what it is, Wheezy has literally never voted against anything that you are for. So
her platform is strictly love and belly rubs.
Love, belly rubs, and fetch a lot of times, and treats. She does like treats. So I don't know how we got there, but we were trying to teach our son not to be a misogynist. We're great guys. But a girl goat is a goat.
I'm gonna be calling Jerry.
A boy goat is not called a vote because it just would be sexist.
Yeah. It's
simple. It's simple as that.
Yeah, they're all goats.
Skylar, we love you, but just know that you're better than this, son. All right. Now, just let's not come at us with these sexist kind of questions again.
That hurt my heart a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
We're here as your podcast fathers. We're here to raise you right. And you know what? This is just a learning experience. And hey, this is in-house. All right. This isn't Skylar going out to the world saying things like that. So everybody, nobody be mad at Skylar. This is an in-house kind of thing. And this is your podcast family saying, hey, bro, it's cool.
I'm not going to give you the belt for this one, but I love you and I expect better from you.
Are we
so
a belt
be ready.
family? I thought we were more of like we a paddle family or like there's belt, paddle, and spoon.
See, I think
Spoon I thought
think
was
belt-
evil. I thought spoon was
Oh no, spoon is good.
you can get a lot of,
here's the thing.
you can get a lot of power.
Only grandmas can use spoons because it has to be a cooking spoon that while they're in the kitchen, if you're running around being a shithead, they just whack you with it without even looking. Paddle, I think, is only for fraternities, and belt is for
My parents
discipline.
did paddle. I was a paddle house. The Middletons were a paddle house.
You guys had paddles?
Yeah, but I
That's
remember
dope.
my friend
That's actually
Richard.
pretty dope. I didn't know parents actually did that.
My friend Richard, his house was a spoon house, and I remember just the fear when that spoon came out. Was like I was like, I am scared of the paddle. Like I don't want to get hit by the paddle, but like, whoo, you can hear that whip. You can that. Whoo, you can just like with a spoon, it just makes so much more sound. I think it just makes it feel worse, just because you can hear it. You know?
Did you hear that nay too?
Yep. And
I
the
seriously
whip.
thought spoons were only grandmothers. Like I thought, that wooden cooking spoon.
Oh no. At least Richard Bibb had he was a spoon family.
I mean,
The
I
Bibbs
didn't get hit a lot.
in Georgia. Shout out Richard Bibb if you're listening. He's not listening.
My dad used the belt, and I think that's a good one. I think either way, I think the object is better than the hand. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a little spanking there, but I feel like it's good to give you that separation of physical contact.
I agree. I agree completely.
That being said, I have no problem. Like, if a kid's being a piece of shit and I don't have a belt on, I'll spank the shit out of him.
All right,
Not
let's
out of
move on.
anger. You don't hit out of anger.
Josh Posados at Josh_Posados.
Hate your kids. That's my message.
Don't listen to that. At Josh_Posados says gunpowder. Just angry sand. Yeah, it's angry. It's mad sand, dude.
What about fireworks? Right? Fireworks have like gunpowder. You wouldn't call that
Patriotic
angry.
sand.
But it's
Explosive sand.
explosive, so I think
Explosive
it is.
sand. It's explosive sand.
But I don't think
Because explosive could be, you're right. Robert made a very good point. It's patriotic sand. If it's a firework.
I want to say it's more of
Explosive sand.
I feel like I'm putting too many words into it, but it's
Yeah, you are.
under the
Because it's not
like
blank
it's,
sand.
It's no, it is angry sand, but it's more under that surface angry. Where like if you just don't do anything, it's fine. But once you do something to light that match next to it, it fucking blows up. So it's not passive aggressive, but it's just got that anger that's under the surface.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's necessarily angry sand, but it's
I just explosive sand.
subversively angry.
I think explosive sand. Robert.
Explosive
it's-
sand works.
I think what I would say
Robert
it's
agrees.
sand.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm with you. I'm gonna word it different. It's
Sure,
sand with an explosive temper
Okay.
is what I would put. So we all agree. I'm just trying to put it a different way.
Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter says, if men sometimes think with the wrong head, do women sometimes speak with the wrong lips? With those WAPs? Are women
Actually,
sometimes speaking with their WAPs?
I would say yeah, because women can make just as dumb, horny decisions as guys do.
Well, that's a very sexist thing of you to say. I think women are smarter
That's
than
not.
men.
No.
I
That's
think women
actually,
are more intelligent.
No,
I don't
that's
think they would do
sexist
that.
of you to say that you think women are superior. I think women are our equals, and we are all just as likely to succumb to dumb sexual urges. So yes, they can speak with the wrong lips, just like we think with the wrong head.
With their WAP?
I think it's sexist of you to think that they are inherently better, or
I think
that
it's
they are
sexist of you to think that I'm sexist for saying things that you think are sexist. That's what I think, Mr. Sexist Man.
I just want to hear Robert talk about women's multiple lips.
WAPs.
They're fine.
Do it in a Ben Shapiro voice. They're fine, yeah. I've never seen one, huh?
Here's the thing. Sometimes women have different multiple urges.
I hate that guy so much. I don't know how you like him. I don't know how you like him at all. I want to punch him in the face every single time I see anything
He does a lot of dickhead I don't want to get into my fucking
No, I know.
politics.
No, I know. But it was like if it was like Ben Shapiro donates $100 to the Red Cross, I'd be like, I still want to fucking punch you. Like, I don't care.
You should never support anybody who is into politics 100%. That's what I'll leave it at.
That's a very good way to look at it.
All of them say a lot. They'll say smart shit. They say a lot of dumb shit too. If your only job is politics, there's gonna be a lot of dumb shit out there.
Okay, now this is actually a really cool one.
I did like that. That was a good ass question though.
Well, our next one is from our girl Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston, and she says, "How old before I let my son play with Play-Doh safely?" Hashtag PTG answers, also hashtag PTGMD. Now, I saw this and thought of a little spin zone on it that maybe we do next week. Hashtag PTG parenting. We got a lot of parents out there. And as all three of us are not parents, even though we are podcast parents.
We are the
raised
last
Skylar.
people you should ask parenting questions.
You should send us all your parenting questions. Hit us up, hashtag PTG parenting, and we'll make that a thing. We'll answer some questions on what you should do with your kid as parents that aren't really parents. Like our podcast son was actually raised by his biological father and mother. And
I thought Play-Doh. Okay, I'll try.
yeah, no, it's like, no, if you're worried he's going to eat him, because I think safely is she's worried about him eating him. What you got to do is if he eats it, then you got to go the cigarette method. You got to make him eat the whole thing. You got to make him eat the whole thing. You like eating that? Eat all of it.
Though.
Oh, it's not toxic, so it's fine. You can make him eat it all. And then he's going to hate it, and he's never going to eat it again. It's just like when your dad makes you smoke the whole pack of cigarettes he caught you smoking. You make him eat the whole pack of Play-Doh that you caught him eating.
I think 1 year after they're old enough for you to spank them. So they get that 1 year.
I think Parker's a smart kid. I think he's not going to eat the Play-Doh. I think
That's what I'm saying. I think they got that 1 year where if you tell them not to eat it, and then you have that 1 year buffer zone of when you tell them not to do things and they do it and you spank them. A year after that, you can just leave them with anything. Because if they don't have the fear at that point, then I wouldn't even say fear.
What do they have?
The healthy respect of the discipline of the parent. But then again, like I've said, I'm the farthest thing from a parent. So
I'm just realizing that there's a green screen that's just picking up everything from Past the Gravy Bro on my can. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I just now noticed that too.
That's pretty cool.
That looks like a dope ass can.
That's also it's a dope ass can. Ranch Rider Spirits Company. If you have a whole bunch of those behind you, you can have your own green screen without having to buy a green screen. What a great deal. What a great deal. I'm sorry I did disrupt that. I got completely sidetracked and I was like, what is going on with my can?
That'll happen.
But no, I think how old was Parker, like 2?
You know, I'll give you a real answer for this. It's when you decide, because hold on, is this their first kid?
Yes.
Oh no, the first kid is always a test kid.
Yeah, he's a test kid. He's fine.
Don't beat yourself up.
Let him do it, dude. Just let him have it. Like if it's non-toxic, what's he gonna do? Eat it? And then it's like, oh no, that sucks. Like believe me, if he eats it, he's not gonna want to eat it all the time.
Some kids eat glue, so.
But this isn't glue. This isn't glue.
But is eating Play-Doh better than eating glue? I don't know.
Well, you just got to teach him. Hey, if he starts eating it and you catch him eating it, just be like, yo, bro, we don't do that here. That's not what we do, weirdo. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, just stop. Parker,
call him weirdo, though. We know you're not going to call him weirdo. Parker's cool. Parker
you can call him.
He's like a Gravy Gang member by association. So, like, Gravy Gang wouldn't eat Play-Doh. Like, Parker's cool.
Call your kid what you want to call him.
Pretty cool.
I mean, you want to do a little, not damage, but you want to fuck with your kid. You have to fuck with your children. My dad started calling me a douchebag at 6 years old. You gotta mess with him. I met him. Yeah. Yeah, my dad
he threw my hat on your roof.
Yeah. Don't show up to my dad's house with a Yankee hat on. It's when you feel like it. And by your second or third kid, you'll probably figure out the exact right way. I was the fourth kid.
Also, if you have a second kid, I would love to be a godfather. So that'd be dope. If any Gravy Gang member wants me to be a godfather, I won't do anything. I'd show up to the christening, but like I would love that title. That'd be
you could make just
give me that confidence.
You can make Emma a godmother. Do not make Alex the godfather.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at being a godfather. I feel like
You feel like you
I'm
could say
pretty good.
nobody has
I've watched
made
The
you a
Godfather
godfather.
quite a few times. So
I'm pretty sure
I know how to do it.
I'm pretty sure Will have a kid and not make you the
My
godfather.
daughter's wedding. Oh no, Will's got to. Anyways, Danny, yeah, I think just it's
Play
like
by
let him
ear.
play with it. He's gonna be good.
You know what
He's
it
gonna be
is?
good. If he
You've
eats
got-
it, just teach him not
You've
to.
got
You're
maternal
good.
instincts. Just go with your gut.
I'm gonna
Also-
go with 3 years old.
3 years old. That's close enough.
He's
Or round
I don't
up.
know how old he is.
I think he's like 2. I want to say 2 or 3. I'm sorry if I've got your kids.
well,
wrong,
you know
Danny.
what? 2-year-olds are assholes, so sometimes you gotta let them hurt themselves.
Also, if any of you guys who I know a lot of the Gravy Gang members have kids, hit us up, #PTG Parenting. Hit us up with all your parenting questions, because who better to answer your parenting questions than kids or the people that don't have kids? We'll tell you what to do, and we'll tell you with confidence. And then if you do it and it doesn't work out, then hey, that's what you get for asking a podcast that doesn't have kids. But I would love that to be a segment. So #PTG Parenting. Hit us up with any parenting questions you have, no matter what. And if we get enough, we'll do it. But it's like PTG MD. All right. Our final question comes from our buddy Daniel Ramos at DJ Dan Holt. He says, does expecting the unexpected make the unexpected expected?
No,
Yeah, it does.
no, it doesn't.
If you expect
Because-
things that aren't supposed to happen, then when things that aren't supposed to happen, you've expected it already.
No,
It's
no,
fucking the
because-
whole premise of Big Brother. Expect the unexpected. If you're
No.
expecting the unexpected, any twist that comes at you, you will be like, well, I was expecting this.
No, you can be ready
How do you not understand this? I
for
think
it,
you're
but
insane.
not expect it. Because here's the thing: you can be ready for your kids to do some dumb
If you're
shit.
expecting
and-
what's not expected, then you're already expecting it. Then when it happens,
No,
then
no.
you're expecting something
No.
that's unexpected to happen.
Let me put it this way: you can expect your kids to do dumb shit. Everyone knows kids are going to do dumb things. But when you will walk
Insanity.
into a room one day and your kid has shoved Play-Doh into his own ass, there's no way to expect that.
That's if you expected the unexpected, then yeah, you would. Know to
You
be
can expect the
expecting
unexpected,
anything.
but there will always be
The
something.
unexpected means you're just open to anything crazy happening. And if that were to happen, then that's part of it. You know, Robert, what do you think? I think Robert's going to be the
'cause
tiebreak on this before we get into a
there's
45-minute
always-
argument.
Even if you're expecting the unexpected, there's always something that'll shake you that you weren't ready for.
Yeah,
You cannot expect all the unexpected, but you can expect
But
some of
not
the unexpected.
Exactly what the unexpected is. But if you're expecting something unexpected to happen and something unexpected happens, then you've expected it. So then
It's impossible to expect all the unexpected.
unless you play Big Brother, bro.
I mean, that's why people get
I
surprised by
excuse me
cancer.
for watching this for like 6 summers now. I'm that's like kind of their theme. That's kind of
Nobody
it.
is ready for cancer.
Lance Armstrong.
He wasn't ready for it.
He was ready for the second time.
I don't think he was. Robert,
Eat it. Yeah, that was weird. I take that back.
I'm gonna go with Pat on this one. I think there are some things you just can't expect.
I almost had a fucking clean sweep, Robert. Why would you do this? Robert's never agreed with me on everything on a podcast, and I almost had it.
no, I
It's
would
not
say like
Pat.
80% of the time Robert agrees with me.
Yeah, but never 100%, and I almost just did it. This is my own personal parlay that you just fucked up, Robert, so thanks a lot.
What do you mean 100%? Like 100%? What did he agree with you
I
previously?
felt like most things today Robert has agreed with me on. Like, should Pat stop talking about Fort Hood? Yes. Robert agreed on that. Like,
Well, I
little
just
things like that.
I tended to
Oh, I know.
shade
We don't
towards
need
the
to go.
dark
We don't need to go
today.
into it. We don't need to go into it. We don't need to go into it. I guess we're gonna all disagree to. We're gonna all agree to disagree then. But I think if you're
me and
expecting,
Robert agree.
right? So I said we're all like, okay. So the two of the three of us are going to agree to disagree. But I think if you're expecting something unexpected to happen and it happens, then you were expecting something unexpected. So then you were expecting it. Maybe not specifically, but to an extent.
I will stick with
We
you.
need to
Cannot
get in.
you
We
can
need
ex,
to get out
you
of
can
this
expect you can expect some of the unexpected. You cannot expect all of the unexpected, especially with children, because children will fuck your head up.
#PTG Parenting. If you got any parenting questions, we will answer them next week. Robert, thank you for Ben Shapiroing us today. Thank you for doing it better than Ben Shapiro. I think that was my highlight of the podcast. That's going to be on the best of this year
Moist.
because that was absolutely
Oh, that's
fantastic.
definitely going to be in the best stuff.
But shout out Robert at a recent study pod on Twitter. Episodes every Monday. If you haven't listened to this one, they're talking about aliens. Go listen to it right now. Right when you're done with this, go listen to that. Pat, you're gonna do Pass the Gravy, bro. The Wednesday veto episode recap. Cool.
Yep.
Robert, you're more than welcome to. I don't think you're gonna watch it, but whatever. If you want to, you are more than welcome to. Everybody that has watched Pass the Gravy, bro, or listened to it or anything like that, I really appreciate you guys. Like, it's a Big Brother podcast. Like, I don't expect everybody on Pass the Gravy to follow over there, but a lot of you guys that don't even watch the show, like, I don't even watch this, and I'm here for the live thing.
Wednesdays I should be good for. Sundays, because I think Sundays are going to go back to 8 o'clock episodes. The first one was just 9.
Yeah.
I won't be home in time for those, so I won't be able to do those. But Wednesdays I should be on.
Okay.
On par 4.
That's cool then. That's cool then. But I mean, it's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun breaking into the season, even though it's only been like a week. But like really, if you watch Big Brother, it would mean a lot if you just tuned in. You can listen to it free wherever you listen to Pass the Gravy, obviously. But then we have been going live on the Pass the Gravy Bro Facebook Live. We're trying to record every episode on Facebook Live, so you guys can weigh in. We can see your comments. Every episode, like when something happens, we're talking about it. So if you guys thoughts on the episode, tune in and do this. I think we may have to go like 6 or 7, like 15, 20 minutes after the episode tonight because I got to upload all this stuff and everything. But we should be good to go. And
it'll give everyone time to process.
Exactly. Recent study suggests go listen to that now. I love all you guys. Thank you guys for being cool. Anybody else got anything I'm forgetting? 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, anywhere you're listening to us. Please, please, please. On iHeart, there's a whole thing where it's like, oh, submit this podcast. If you guys would just love to tag us, that would be a super cool thing. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it would be a really cool move if you wanted to do that. And just, hey, tell a friend you heard about Pass the Gravy and tell them to listen to it. That's the best way we spread this. I love you guys. Be safe out there. Be good to each other. And until we talk to you guys next time, Pass the Gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
360